The Count of Monte Cristo. From Hollywood, the Don Lee Network presents Carlton Young in another adventure in the exciting life of The Count of Monte Cristo. More than a century ago, King Louis Philippe of France was constantly on guard against the intrigues that threatened his country. From across the borders came spies who added coal to the fire of dissension that burned within the homeland. The king could trust few men, but he numbered among his confidants daring patriots whose keen mind and flashing sword never failed the cause of justice in the common citizen. This hero of many a twice-told legend was Edmond Dantes, the fabulous Count of Monte Cristo.
Lieutenant Forte, the quarterdeck, if you please. Lean on, Captain.
July of 1839. For officers and men of the French fleet, today is no more sultry and oppressive than for other visitors and citizens of the great seaport city of Marseille. To Captain Paul Juvenel, it seems considerably more unbearable, for he has orders that cancel his plan to make sail and escape to the cooling Mediterranean breezes. Juvenel stands flat-footed and frustrated on the quarterdeck of the frigate La Victoire.
Captain? Lieutenant Forte, you may set a deck watch and pass the word that we've another 24 hours in this boiling basin.
We're not sailing, sir?
We shall wait the arrival of 2 passengers, Lieutenant. Presumably they will be aboard in time for the tide tomorrow, prepared to sail with us to Africa.
Passengers for Gabon? Extraordinary, mon capitaine.
It is extraordinary, Lieutenant, that a man of war should carry passengers at all, to Africa or to any destination. Nevertheless, you will have quarters prepared for a certain René Michon and the famous Count of Monte Cristo.
Later in the day, the sun is promising to set, and a lighter from shore is riding the glassy surface of the harbor, bumping the hull of the La Victoire. 4 oarsmen in the little boat, 2 passengers gazing upward at the frigate, as one of the oarsmen cups his hands to his mouth.
Ahoy the deck.
Ahoy the hole! Who are you?
Passengers and 1 trunk coming aboard. Throw us a line, will you, sailor?
Aye. Look alive.
All candor. Make her fast, mate. Aurelia, snag that ladder. Yes, Your Honor.
Do we board her now?
Yes, sir. Up the ladder.
Well, avast and where away, monsieur?
Let us fizzle, me hearty. I'm right behind you.
What did he say?
The anchor disappears the surface of the water, René.
And by to make sail! Oh, my goodness.
On the topsail set?
Aye, sir. What are they doing, Captain?
Keep a weather eye, Michon. We're getting underway.
Let's fall your mainsails and on with the bonnet rebels.
Heavens, that noise. Sails filling with wind, René.
It's like a thunderstorm.
There's going to be weather, Forte. Cover the paddles and see that the ordinaries are secure.
Aye, sir.
Straight across that. Something different from our yacht, is it not, René?
No, monsieur, if all these men are going to do all this bustling all the time, I fear I shall become quite nervous before we ever reach dear old Africa.
So began the adventure of the chosen of the gods. The frigate La Victoire escaped the Mediterranean storm, scudded past Gibraltar and on into the open Atlantic, then turned southward and past Madeira and the Canary Islands, past Dakar and circled eastward along the African coast, crossed the equator, and set her bow toward the Ogooué River in France's southernmost African province, Gabon.
If I may say so, monsieur.
Yes, René.
It appears very strange that France should choose a locale so remote for anything like a naval base.
I'm sure the choice was made for reasons which are valid both strategically and politically, René. Monsieur le Comte is quite correct. As you know, the commerce in slaves has grown to gross and malignant proportions during the past 2 years.
Oh, yes, I was aware of the evil of slave trade.
Well,
but I
then,
don't see-
the African coast is long, and the slave traders are numerous and clever. We of the French Navy have had no station at which to reprovision and repair our ships. It's been always necessary to return to France. Our potential patrol time is drastically lessened by frequent trips to France. And while we are not patrolling the coast, the slavers thrive and prosper.
Has anyone been able to estimate the extent of this traffic in humans, mon capitaine?
To estimate the number of people who have been stolen and sold, Your Excellency, is not possible. However, Capitan Bouet Guillaume secured from the local chiefs the right for our Navy to use 2 small areas on the northern bank of the Uruguay River estuary for the establishment of a refitting station. It is a fortunately central location. I can promise that the volume of slave trade will begin to diminish sharply just as soon as... Aha. Where away? Ah, yes. Her fellas. Aye. No flag? No flag, monsieur. 10 to 1, she's a slave ship. Monsieur Forte. Aye, sir. Crack on all sails. Let us try how a French man of war will do with a bone in her teeth. Aye, sir. All hands to watch. All hands to watch. Lay low. Look alive. Up helm there. To larboard. Get for the linesman, a sail Forte. Aye, sir. Each man on the turn. And pipe at the gun and keep them all aboard. Any moment now, dawn should break.
And you expect to find that other ship again after the passage of an entire night, Captain?
Captain Juvenal, if you are still within sight of that vessel, you are indeed a remarkable seaman.
I am an officer in the French Navy, Monsieur Leconte.
Look here, Captain. For almost an hour before dark last night, you were well within firing range. That's it. You fired one shot across her bow, and she ignored it. Why did you not press and tack? Even mediocre gunnery should have sunk her.
I could not risk it, Michon. Perhaps you noticed, monsieur, that the vessel was riding very low in the water. She was riding low because...
Really?
Where away?
Remarkable.
Is it the ship we sighted last night? The same vessel?
Truly, Captain Juvenal, you are a seaman.
There she blows. Observe, monsieur.
Ah, yes, I see.
She looks a little different to me this morning.
Monsieur Forte, maneuver to ease the wind out of her now. I want to go aboard her. I perceive we are too late, but I want to go aboard her all the same. Prepare a boarding party.
As you see, Captain, my papers, they are in order.
Yes, I find nothing amiss in your clearances, and the log appears to be correct, Captain Gratz.
Captain Gratz, your records show that you delivered a mixed cargo from Hamburg to Cape Town.
Yes, so?
And your clearance from Cape Town gives your destination as New Orleans in America.
Yes, that is correct.
Further, you cleared from Cape Town with a manifest that lists no cargo whatsoever.
Yes, well, so...
Is it not unprofitable to travel so many miles without a cargo, Mr. Gratz?
Yes, especially since hardwood, spices, palm oil are begging for holds to transport them.
Captain Chauvinel, you have examined my papers, checked my log, and questioned my crew. I am the owner of this ship. I go where I please, with or without cargo, as I please. Now, if you will be good enough to return to your command, I would like very much to get under way again.
Monsieur, why I have
Oh,
never...
Rene.
Of course, Captain Gratz. I regret your delay and wish to thank you for your cooperation. A good voyage to you, Captain. Messieurs, let us return to La Victoire. My small boat is waiting.
Monsieur le Capitaine, Please do not think me impertinent, but was there not some legal risk involved in stopping that ship?
In a sense, there was, yes.
Well, I mean to say that the conduct of Gus, master, as well as the condition of the ship and her manifest, all were frightfully suspicious. But this we did not know until we went aboard her.
I knew one other thing, Michon, when I sighted her last night.
Oh, really? What?
That she was carrying slaves, and that therefore she was subject to seizure. This was known as well to her captain, Graff.
Yes, but she had no slaves at all.
Not this morning.
Well, I mean... Oh, what about last night?
Do you recall, Michon, that when we sighted her this morning, you said she looked a little different to you?
Yes, she did somehow.
Shall I tell you how and why?
Please do.
Last night she was riding very low in the water. This morning she was riding very high. Last night her hold was crammed with writhing, wretched human cargo. This morning her hold was empty.
I see. Oh, good.
Could we have caught the ship last night, we might have saved them.
We tried, Monsieur Leconte.
Yes, I know.
Oh, why did you not fire a broadside into her yard, mon capitaine? You had her range.
Monsieur Michon, the effect of my broadside might have been as murderous to the slaves as it was effective against the ship. Had I brought her under my guns, however, Gratz would have blown her to bits, and her cargo with her before surrendering her to me and himself to life in prison.
You see, Rennie, we had our chance to stop her and could not do so. The human cargo, the evidence against her, went into the sea in the darkness. It was a most inhuman business. The one place it can be stopped is at its source.
It is a very most inhuman business.
Ahoy, the deck.
We've come alongside.
Throw us the line. The captain will come aboard.
Monsieur Forte,
Aye, sir.
you may put about and steer for the Ogowe River Naval Base. They'll be waiting in Gabon. We're overdue.
Well, Captain Juvenile, for the most part, it was a pleasant voyage. I think your hospitality at sea has earned for you some explanation as to why you brought us here to Gabon, the naval base.
I must admit, Monsieur Leconte, that I have wondered, but I've obeyed my orders and delivered you here without question.
His Majesty Louis Philippe has requested that I determine what means may be used to stop this traffic in human lives before the slaves get to the sea.
But do you have proper gear, weapons, a guide?
I brought all the necessities and only this morning engaged a native, Ogana, to act as guide and interpreter.
But can this native be trusted? How do
He
you...
has lost his wife, son, and 2 brothers to the slavers.
Even so, monsieur, I beg you to reconsider.
As soon as the rain ceases, Rennie and I shall start up the Ogowe River with Nagana and seek out the answer to 2 questions. Who is the blackguard that controls this infamous trade? And where is the gathering place of the slaves?
Oh, monsieur, 3 days we've been on this river. How much longer must we endure this heat and insects and... Yes, and those horrible crocodiles.
Patience, Rennie, patience. Not very long.
Oh, dear.
Nagana, what are those? Something hit the canoe.
One, we stopped. That dart from Hawan, blue gun.
No, let us get out of here as quickly as
We stop one. One dart big poison.
Pawan? Who is Pawan, Nagana?
Hawan upriver tribe. Bad, much bad. They're gonna go to Pawan.
There, I see them. Oh, monsieur, have you ever seen more savage-looking humans in all your lives? Look, they're along the riverbank.
They are truly frightening, Rennie.
Quickly, Hal, pistol.
No, Rennie, no. One shot and we should be riddled with poison darts in a matter of seconds.
Oh, Kukume!
What did you say, Ogana?
Hey, put down fire stick.
Yes, well, that makes... Our guns? Oh, no, if we disarm
Do as
ourselves...
Magana says, Rennie.
Monsieur, I'm not going to...
Rennie.
Yes, monsieur.
On the roses. On
Come, Juana. Juana, come.
Yes, monsieur.
Come, Rennie.
Oh.
Loa,
Ani.
Kone Kuro, O God,
Jima. One. Him say, come. He take you home. Take you home. Monsieur, what do we do?
It appears we have no choice, Rennie. Madonna, tell him that we are ready to go home with him. Rennie, do you feel any better?
Oh, a little. Thank you, monsieur.
You should be able to rest here in Bacassa's village. It's a little cooler in here.
Not cooler, monsieur, just less hot.
Rennie Magana has been talking to Bacassa. I think he's convinced the chief of the nature of our mission.
Yes?
Bacassa and his men believed that we were slave traders. He thought we were joining those vultures who've been preying on the Pauans and other tribes. Magana's arranged for me to meet with Bacassa and his council. I shall explain to them just what we were trying to do, and I shall enlist their aid in furthering our mission here.
How, monsieur?
By asking him to guide us to the place where the slaves are assembled.
And then?
And then, if I'm persuasive enough, further prevail upon him to attack and destroy the slave operations headquarters.
It would appear that for a virtual prisoner, you're expecting a great deal.
I cannot settle for less. I must convince these people that I have a potent magic. Rennie, I think that you must be it.
Yes, well, I should be glad to do anything I... Be what, monsieur?
My magic.
Oh, now, see here,
There's
I'm not...
a rather
going to-
large tree, Rennie, at the back of the outdoor arena where the meeting is to be held.
Yes, but
Now, if you can find your way to a position behind that tree without being seen,
Oh, well, I'm sure I can, monsieur. But what then?
simply dump the contents of one of our small containers of gunpowder into a loose pile on the ground beside the tree.
Gunpowder beside the tree, yes.
And when the powder goes up in smoke, step through the smoke and declare yourself the chosen of the gods.
Chosen of the gods? Through smoke? Oh, dear.
Magana, you had best go to Bacassa and interpret for him what I am about to say. Give me that little powder flask.
Yes, Buana. Now I go.
Chief Bacassa and people of Pawan. My chief, Faraway, has sent me to rid your land of the human jackals who capture and sell your people into slavery. I brought with me big magic powerful enough to rid you of the evil men who prey upon you. My chief, brother of the fire god, sends his magic in these sacred containers. And see, I remove the seal from the sacred container. That. I walk slowly in the sacred pattern of the fire god. As I trace the sacred, mystic, symbolic sign of the fire god, I scatter the magic powder of the fire god's brother. By this magic powder, the fire god will show you a leader who will lead you into battle and overcome and destroy those who prey upon you.
Renee, are you there?
The fire god commands that on this very spot there will appear to you your leader, if you but follow him. I place the magic containers here, then walk to the sacred fire. There I will see the burning brand, and the fire god himself will reveal his chosen to lead you. I cast the burning brand on the ground. O fire god, seek out the chosen leader of the Powers. I come as the chosen of the gods
Follow me, and I shall lead you to victory, and destroy those evil men who prey upon you. It appears as if your magic has succeeded.
If rousing the powers to a fever pitch is the sign of success, we are more than successful, Rennie. Nagana, what are they doing now?
One.
Nagana.
Make war dance for chosen of God.
Chosen of gods, eh? Never having encountered one of such exalted position, I'm at a loss just how to address you, Rennie. Your Eminence? No. Your Serene Highness? No.
Something with the word celestial, perhaps.
Rennie, you were magnificent. What a performance.
Oh, it was a triumphant entrance, was it not? It could not have been anything else, monsieur, though, after your wondrous preparation.
It was really very simple, Rennie. I merely opened the little powder flask I carried and wandered through the crowd, making a trail of powder from a point near the fire to the pile of powder you had deposited by your tree.
Then when you tossed the burning stick across your powder trail, the fire guard did the rest of it, eh?
Exactly.
Yes, well, from the looks of things out there, I have a goodly number of quite enthusiastic followers.
And there are only two things left for you to do.
Oh, well, what are they, monsieur?
Prevail upon the natives to guide us to the place where the slave traders make headquarters in these jungles.
I shall accomplish that forthwith. What else must I do?
Prepare a native fighting force and lead the attack against the slavers.
Yes, well, an attack? Me? Lead?
Few minutes more, Rennie. Just a few moments more.
And then we attack. Oh, but, monsieur, that stockade, look at it. It is formidable.
The slavers suspect no uprising, Rennie. You have the element of surprise as well as thousands of armed and vengeful natives eager to strike a blow against their most hated enemy.
Isn't it remarkable how they can conceal themselves? I see the two, Nagona and Bakasa, yet I know the jungle is teeming with those who await the signal for attack.
If this attack is successful, it will impair the slave trade for some time to come, Rennie.
Well, then why must we continue to wait, monsieur? My men have been on the line for more than an hour.
Just another moment, I think, Rennie. Yes. Yes, Rennie, the time is now.
In this rain?
Yes.
Monsieur, it has started to rain.
Of course. Are you ready to attack?
Well, yes, but we
Very
can't...
well, O chosen of the gods. Yes. Give the signal. Mount the attack at once, and victory shall be yours.
Oh, very well, but I must say, I don't see why we end this wreck. Oh, very well. Nagona?
Yes, Buono.
We attack!
Yes, Buono.
White men, I see them. The slavers, monsieur.
I shall pursue the three who run toward the gate.
One's running into that hut.
After him,
Be careful, monsieur. Very well, you stand still right where you are.
Go back through that door. You! Back through that door, fool. I shall cut you into 6 pieces.
Grass. Captain Grass. So we meet again.
Back through the door, fool.
Put down that silly sword, you heathen slaver. My pistol is loaded and cocked. And the ball is just yearning for a resting place in your wretched heart. Put down your sword and put up your hand. Your slaving days are ended. Come with me.
Yes, Rennie, you did excellently well. And fortunately, through your bravery, all 4 leaders of this slaving ring will come before justice.
No, monsieur, I captured only Captain Grass. You brought back 3 of them, all by yourself. You were much more magnificent than I.
His Majesty will be, indeed all of France will be eternally grateful to you both. Monsieur Michon, your attack upon the slaving compound must have been a masterpiece of strategy.
Oh, I assure you, Captain Juvenal, the genius behind the attack belongs to the Count of Monte Cristo.
Nonsense, Rennie. You planned it in every detail, and entirely without my assistance until the last moment. The natives would have had it no other way.
Oh, but it was you, monsieur, you who decided so brilliantly upon the proper moment to launch the attack.
Obviously, you admire each other immensely.
Well, do you know what he did not have a chance? I would have attacked at dawn, but Monsieur Lecomte insisted upon waiting until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I could not think why.
But of course. The daily rainstorm commences at 4 o'clock. The natives attacked with spears and swords. The slavers tried to defend with shot and shell, but in the confusion of surprise, they permitted the rain to get their powder wet.
The rain wet their powder, monsieur, and as a result, they were scarcely able to fire a shot in defense of their evil practices. Yes. How did you know?
Very clever strategy, Monsieur Michon.
Yes. Well, I must admit, I never thought of it. Monsieur Lecomte is responsible.
Oh, Rennie, please do not let the one thought I did contribute to the cause of your dejection. You were magnificent throughout the battle, particularly in the capture of Captain Gratz.
Well, that was simple. I had a loaded pistol. He had only a sword.
Yes, but Monsieur...
Rennie, show Captain Juvenal what an excellent marksman you are. Aim your pistol at that chink in yonder wall. You see it?
Oh, yes. That stone.
Fire at the stone. Knock it out of the chink.
Is he that accomplished with the pistol, truly?
Oh, watch him.
Yes. My word, the thing misfired.
Do not trouble yourself to fire again, Rennie. I just remembered. I used all of our powder, creating the magic that made you the chosen of the gods.
You mean my pistol is empty of powder?
It is. It must have been that way all through the battle. It must have been empty when you captured Captain Gratz.
Well, of course I...
Captain Juvenal, Rennie has fainted.
Yes, Your Excellency.
If you'll help me, I think we can carry him aboard. I know you're ready to weigh anchor and put to sea with your captains.
Monsieur Forte, if you will. We've very little wind. Aye, sir. With starboard shade, make sail. Glad to be headed back for France, Your Excellency.
Glad to see the last of this unpleasant business, Captain Juvenal. Glad to know that we have the 4 kingpins of the slave trade in irons in the hold. I adore the sight of tyranny held up naked for the world to ridicule. Captain Gratz and his friends and all men who practice oppression. They disgrace humanity, Captain Juvenal. All we can hope to do is to pick them off one by one. Someday, if we keep to the task, we shall have them all.
I pray with you for that day, monsieur.
Let's go, you mainsail and mizzen aloft. Ahoy, the whale that will put her upon to port. Steady as it goes now, mate. Ahoy, the yacht. Your staysail's going this way. Look alive up there. Look alive.
And so ends tonight's adventure with the Count of Monte Cristo and the Chosen of the Gods. The Count of Monte Cristo, starring Carlton Young in the title role with Parley Bear as René Michon, is produced and directed by William Gordon, with music by George Wright. Also in our cast tonight were Byron Kane, Vic Rodman, Jim Messer, John Lark, Bill Klein, Leroy Leonard, Marvin Bryan, and Jack Carroll. And now this is Larry Chatterton bidding you good night until next week. Same time, same station. When once again you are invited to enjoy another thrilling adventure with Alexander Dumas' fabulous Count of Monte Cristo. This is the Mutual Don Lee Broadcasting System.
The Count of Monte Cristo. From Hollywood, the Don Lee Network presents Carlton Young in The Log of the Black Widow, another adventure in the exciting life of the Count of Monte Cristo. More than a century ago, King Louis Philippe of France was constantly on guard against the intrigues that threatened his country. From across the borders came spies who added coal to the fire of dissension that burned within the homeland. The king could trust few men, but he numbered among his confidants a daring patriot whose keen mind and flashing sword never failed the cause of justice and the common citizen. This hero of many a twice-told legend was Edmond Dantes, the fabulous Count of Monte Cristo. Late at night, in the Parisian home of the Count of Monte Cristo. The Count is reading under a shaded lamp whose cheerful glow forms a contrast to the rainstorm beating against the casement windows. Nodding in the well-upholstered chair is René Michon, his good friend and faithful secretary. The striking of an antique clock arouses René.
Bienvenue, monsieur. Oh, midnight. The witching hour. And I might add, an excellent night for ghouls and evil spirits to sally forth.
Perhaps, René, it would be advisable to close the north window. The rain is slanting against it, and we wish neither ghouls nor rainwater to disturb us.
Certainly, monsieur. But I am growing sleepy.
Well, may I suggest a journey to your bedchamber?
Sensible suggestion, monsieur. But I must confess that curiosity conquers drowsiness.
Curiosity?
Yes, about the expected visit of the Baron Francois Montigny.
The message from his courier was rather mysterious.
Asking you to spare him the time for an interview in this weather and so late at night.
Yes, he should have been here at least an hour ago. Or perhaps the storm did it.
Pardon, Excellency, if I disturb, but a young lady is asking for you. A young lady? At this hour?
What is her name, Bertuccio?
Signorina Jeannette Fortier.
Jeannette Fortier? Do not recall her.
Well, I have seen beautiful ladies pursue you before, monsieur, but never in a storm like this. She said you would know her brother Henri, and Signore Conde, if you will permit me to remark it. She is so beautiful and in such a... how you say, a distress, that it is difficult to resist.
Henri Fortier. Wait, I do remember him. Bertuccio, I'll see the young lady.
Thank you, Excellency. I bring her to you immediately. Monsieur, just who is this Henri Fortier?
A young man of great promise, René. He first came to my attention when he was an ordinary seaman before the mast of one of my clipper ships. He was so courteous and willing to learn that I taught him the rudiments of navigation. I believe that he later qualified as a ship's officer.
But whatever can his sister want?
Well, perhaps Henri's in some trouble.
And the Baron Montigny? He's due to arrive at any moment.
As the owner of a merchant fleet of swift clippers, the Baron is a very important man, René. Nevertheless, the welfare of Henri Fortier is important to me.
La Signorina Jeannette Fortier.
Monsieur Lacroix, 1,000 pardons for this intrusion, but you are the only one to whom I can turn.
Mademoiselle, I hope that I can be of service. May I present my trusted friend and companion, Monsieur Michon?
Monsieur.
A pleasure, mademoiselle. Allow me to take your cloak. You will find this chair particularly comfortable.
Thank you. Has your servant told you that I am the sister of Henri Fortier?
He has, mademoiselle.
Is your brother in some difficulty?
He is stricken with a fever, monsieur, and is delirious.
Has he had medical attention?
Oh, yes. Everything possible is being done for him.
Well, how can I be of assistance?
I'm not sure.
Not sure, mademoiselle.
I must echo René's astonishment. I should like to help, but I shall have to know how. If money is required, you need feel no embarrassment.
Oh, you are kind. So very kind, monsieur. Just as Henri described you. I beg that you will not call my worries mere wanderings of an hysterical mind.
Of course not, mademoiselle. What has happened?
My brother Henri recently returned from a voyage to America. He was aboard a clipper ship.
As an officer?
Thanks to your interest, monsieur, he sailed as third mate. Fever broke out on the ship. Henri fell victim to it.
I'm sorry, mademoiselle.
He seemed to recover, but then suffered a relapse and was forced to bed again. Over a period of days, his mind has been affected.
Well, in what way, mademoiselle?
Any number of times he has dressed himself and attempted to go to his new ship, despite my explanations that she's already sailed. His poor delirious brain cannot grasp the truth.
When he is recovered, I shall see that he has a second mate's berth on one of my ships. Will that assist you in solving your troubles?
You are most generous, monsieur. Your offer will be of great value to Henri's future. I fear, however, that it will not solve the present danger.
Indeed, mademoiselle?
It is... Oh, please do not laugh. The faces at the window.
Faces at the window?
Tell me exactly what you have seen, Mademoiselle Fortier.
I have not seen these faces. Henri claims to have seen them peering through the window into his sick room.
Probably just the effects of the delirium.
That is what I thought, until tonight. I was preparing some hot broth for Henri when I heard him cry out. Rushing into his room, I saw that the window was open and swinging in the gale. My brother was muttering about the faces. Faces of men who wished to capture him.
The wind could have blown the window open.
That occurred to me, but I investigated. Monsieur le Comte, I saw marks of a knife on the casement. The latch on the window had been forced open.
Mademoiselle, did you inform the gendarmes?
I've been to them twice, telling them about my brother's fears. They merely insisted that he was delirious. So tonight, rather than see them, I found a carriage for hire and came to you.
I hope you did not leave your brother alone.
Oh, no, monsieur. There's old Pierre Boisseau, a distant relative who lives in the village of Saint-Germain. He's been staying at the cottage to help me care for Henri.
This Pierre Boisseau is old, you say?
Oh, yes, and feeble. I took all possible precautions, however. The door has a strong bolt, and we piled furniture in front of Henri's window. When I left, old Pierre was doing his best to nail boards across the other casement.
Then there's no time to lose. René.
Yes, monsieur?
Please follow my instructions carefully. Have the second coachman...
Excellency.
Yes, what is it, Bertuccio?
The Baron Montaigne calls upon you.
Very good. Show him in, please.
Immediatamente, Excellency.
Now, René.
Yes, monsieur. Have the second coachman...
Take you and Mademoiselle Fortier to her cottage at once. Have two of our strongest and most dependable servants accompany you. Guard Henri Fortier until I arrive.
Yes, monsieur. And when will you arrive?
I shall have better stand drive me there the moment I have concluded my conference with Baron Montaigne. Mademoiselle, what is your address?
It is on the Rue de Vanzay, number 18 in Saint-Cloud. Oh, monsieur, I cannot thank you.
Do not take time to thank me, mademoiselle. That side door leads to the courtyard.
This way, mademoiselle. I have your cloak.
Thank you, Mr. Michel. You are both so very kind.
Signor il Conde, the Baron Francois Montaigne.
It is good of you to see me at this late hour, my dear Monte Cristo. I'm here at the command of His Majesty King Louis Philippe.
I assumed that your visit was one of importance. What does the king desire of me?
Some information. But first, I must tell you what has taken place. Recently, I purchased a new clipper ship, the Black Widow.
Rather a sinister name.
If you painted a dead Black Widow seemed appropriate. I had no idea that she would claim the life of a man on her first voyage. But more of that in a moment. I added her to my merchant fleet and sent her on a maiden voyage to Boston and then back to Cherbourg. On this trip, she established a record for the fastest day sailing in history. In 24 hours, she covered 359 miles.
Remarkable.
That you say, most remarkable. This performance was undoubtedly due to certain radical departures in her design.
Small wonder His Majesty is interested.
Ah, you have guessed the nature of tonight's conference. As you know, the clipper ships have followed the pattern of our fast French men of war. Any improvement is of extreme importance to the Navy.
Temporarily, at least.
I do not follow you, my dear Count.
We cannot ignore the steamboat. It is already proving itself.
True, yet we cannot be too radical. There is the question of fuel, and some of the steamboats have exploded. But this is beside the point. Now, this record-breaking sail must be kept a secret. Foreign powers must not know of it.
But what of the ship's officers who kept the log? They would be the first to boast of such an achievement the moment they arrived in port.
Fortunately, Captain Lectar of the Black Widow realized the significance of the record. He kept it a secret from the crew and instructed the ship's officers to remain silent.
Letard is a man of utmost integrity.
Can the officers be trusted?
The first mate, Devillefort, has sailed on my ship for many years. I can vouch for him. Belanger, the second mate, fell victim to a fever that broke out aboard ship. While delirious, he wandered away from his cabin and evidently fell overboard. You will recall my remark about the Black Widow claiming the life of a man. Most tragic occurrence.
I assume that the only other person who could have seen a ship's logbook containing a description of the record was the third mate.
Yes. His name is Fortier.
Fortier? Do you refer to Henri Fortier?
I do. We discovered he once served you. That is why the king wished me to see you immediately. His Majesty is concerned about the secrecy of this information and desires your opinion of Fortier's character.
I have every reason to believe that Henri can be trusted. There is, however, a danger.
A danger? You do not have complete confidence in him?
My fears do not concern his character. Tonight, his sister came to me with word that Fortier still suffers from the fever that took the life of your second mate. He's had a relapse and is delirious.
I follow your thinking. A fever-ridden tongue might unwittingly reveal the secret. He must be carefully guarded.
I have just sent my secretary and 2 servants to the Fortier cottage.
Then Henri has said something. And you knew the situation even before my visit?
No, Monsieur le Baron. I sent Rennie for another reason. There is strong evidence that an attempt is being made to abduct Henri Fortier. Men have tried to break into the cottage.
Then there's a flaw in our carefully laid plans. Somehow a rumor has reached foreign agents.
So it would appear. If Henri were held prisoner while delirious, there's every possibility that information could be obtained from him.
But who could have let the secret escape?
Are you sure that Belanger, the second mate, is actually dead?
No one saw him fall overboard. There is the fantastic possibility that he is still alive.
Who else knows about the Black Widow's record-breaking besides the persons you've named?
There's Admiral Gerard Dulac.
And where is the logbook that describes the passage?
At the Admiral's offices. But he would be sure to guard it with the utmost caution. Of course, one of his subordinates might have seen it. This is a terrible situation. We must take steps immediately.
I told Rennie that I would go to the Fortier cottage as soon as you and I had finished our conference.
Then let us go without delay. The future of the French Navy is threatened.
And so is the life of a loyal citizen, Henri Fortier. That is, Dan.
Yes, Your Excellency.
We're coming to the house. Draw up as close to the door as you can.
Yes, Monsieur le Comte.
Very thoughtful of you, Monte Cristo. I do not relish the thought of walking far in this mud.
Rennie is waiting at the door for us with a lantern.
Perhaps it's just the play of the light across his face, but I would say that he looks troubled.
We will soon know.
I'm so glad you have arrived. Something terrible has happened.
What is it, Rennie?
We were too late. Henri Fortier is gone. Gone? You mean he's been captured? According to the old man, Pierre Boisseau, he was taken prisoner by 2 men and carried off in a carriage shortly before we arrived.
Rennie, the situation has a deeper significance than we first suspected. This is Baron Montini, who has reason to believe that the abduction of Henri is the work of foreign agents.
Oh, monsieur, what does it mean?
There's no time for explanations, Rennie. Where is Pierre Boisseau?
Oh, the poor old fellow is in the kitchen. You'd best talk to him yourself. He's so upset, it's almost impossible to understand his story.
And Jeanette Fortier?
She is in her room, monsieur. I prevailed upon her to rest for a few moments. The servants are guarding the cottage. The kitchen is in here.
Please do not punish me. It was not my fault. I swear it was not my fault.
There, Monsieur Boisseau. Calm yourself. We know you did no wrong.
I was trying to protect Henri. That is how it happened.
Yes. Just tell us what took place. Slowly and carefully.
Yes. And who might you be, monsieur?
I am the Baron Montini. This is the Count of Monte Cristo.
And on your honors, nobleman, you will not cause me any harm.
If your story is an honest one, you have nothing to fear.
Oh, it is honest enough. You see, gentlemen, after Jeanette left tonight, Henri was again seized with the idea that he must join his ship. He began to dress, shirt, trousers, and shoes. In vain, I tried to stop him. And then his sudden energy expended, and he fell back on the bed as though in a trance, and I removed his shoes and covered him with blankets.
You did not attempt to undress him?
Please, Monsieur le Baron, do not say that I did wrong. I did only what I had to do. I had to finish nailing boards across the windows on the inside. It was my promise to Jeanette.
Yes, of course. I understand.
I managed to secure all the windows except one. The window in the room next to Henri's bedchamber.
Well, why did you neglect that?
I did not neglect it. I had no more nails. The boards were sufficient, but there were no nails. Who can nail without nails? Now answer me that, good gentleman.
An impossible task.
Why, of course it was impossible. So I went to find nails. I came back into the kitchen. I looked in the cupboard. No nails. I looked on the shelf. No nails. I looked everywhere.
And there were no nails.
No.
I think we understand, Monsieur Boisseau. Now, please tell us what happened.
But I searched for a long time, and then I thought I heard a noise. I ran to Henri's room, and he was gone. I ran to the unbarred window, and it was open. Outside, I saw two men, and they were forcing Henri into a carriage.
Could you see their faces?
Yes, monsieur, I could, in the light of the carriage lamp.
Did they see you?
But I do not know. They may have. There was a light in the room.
Well, how long ago did this happen?
But it is hard to say. Not too long ago.
Then there's a chance that we can follow that carriage.
But how, monsieur? They will be far ahead of us by now.
Few vehicles travel in this district at this hour. The mud caused by the rainstorm should reveal the wheel tracks left by the criminals. Benny, I must ask you to remain here with our servants to care for Mademoiselle Jeannette. The Baron and I will go with Battistin in my coach.
And I also shall accompany you.
But you're very tired, monsieur, and you've had a trying experience.
But I have my duty. I allowed him to be captured, and now I shall help to save him. I insist.
Very well, then. Let us go at once.
Now, gentlemen, watch closely at this point. 3 roads meet here. We might lose the wheel track.
Battistin, the track's still clear.
It is sometimes difficult to see with only the coach lights, Your Excellency, but we have not lost them.
Ah, good.
Be careful of this fork in the road. Might be confusing.
There is no trouble, monsieur. The tracks follow the left-hand fork.
Excellent.
The left-hand road. And that is the route I take to and from my home in the village of Saint-Germain. You'll find it rather deserted.
You seem to know this district well, Monsieur Boisseau.
Oh, well, I should know it well. I walk it every day.
You walk from the village of Saint-Germain to Saint-Cloud?
Oh, no. I merely walk to the high road. Just enough exercise for a man of my age. And then some passing cart will certainly give me a ride the rest of the way.
Slow. Your Excellency, I believe that the carriage stopped at this point. I thought you might wish to investigate.
I do indeed, Battistin. Baron, give me the carriage lantern, if you please.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, let us see. Ah, yes. The carriage pulled to the side of the road. See? Now, let's see what happened. The vehicle seems to have stood here for some time. You notice the horses stamped in the mud.
Look. Here are footprints.
But why did the men leave the carriage?
Wait, here's a footprint that tells the story. A man barefoot.
Henri. I had removed his shoes. That is Henri's footprint.
Seems to have jumped from the carriage and began to run.
And his captors followed this way.
Yes.
See? The tracks follow the road and then turn off.
Onto the grass and are lost. Then the abductor's tracks returned to where our carriage was waiting.
Henri escaped them. He may be hiding there in the forest.
If his fever-stricken body has survived the ordeal, come along. Let's go further through this underbrush. Wait.
What was that?
I heard nothing.
Comes from behind that bush. Hurry.
It is Henri. He is alive.
He has wandered in a circle and come back to his starting point.
Oh, my watch. Is my watch. I must stand. My watch.
He's still delirious. Lift him carefully and we'll carry him to the car.
Take me to the bridge. I must get the charts.
That is, spread the coach blankets on the rear seat.
Immediately, monsieur.
Where are the charts? I cannot see the compass. There's a fog. A fog is rolling in.
Poor fellow. The fog is rolling in over his tortured mind.
Boisseau, hold the coach door open, please. Easy. Place him on the blankets and cover him well. That's it. Battistin, we're ready. Back to the Fortier cottage at once.
Immediately, Your Excellency.
Fortier must have the best of care. I shall make arrangements in my household to have him and his sister remain under my roof until all is well. And, my dear Count, I would appreciate it if your servants would guard the cottage until I can put my plan into effect. It will be only a matter of hours.
The cottage will be well protected.
I shall never be at ease until the criminals are arrested.
Every effort will be made to do so.
Can you have a plan?
Before noon today, I intend to visit the offices of Admiral Dulac. I am doubly concerned, Admiral Dulac. A naval secret is in peril,
And so is the safety of a fine young ship's officer.
Yes, of course. I understand your position exactly.
Do any of your subordinates know of this matter?
Only very few, and I believe that they are absolutely trustworthy.
Who has seen the logbook of the Black Widow?
The ship's officers, His Majesty, Baron Montagnier, and myself, no one else. I'm not surprised at the foreign agent's attempted abduction. Their chief interest is undoubtedly to locate the logbook. Much information about the performance of the Black Widow is contained in its pages.
The book is in a safe place?
Extremely so. If Monsieur Michon will move his chair, I will show you.
Rene? Rene?
Oh, yes, what is it?
Admiral Dunglas wishes you to move your chair.
Oh, yes, of course.
Poor Rene had no sleep last night at the 48 cottage.
I quite understand. Well, I pull this drapery aside, and you see the door of my confidential strongbox. There is only one key which is continually on my person. There it is. The history-making log of the Black Widow.
The Admiral is very kind.
These pages which you now have open describe the way in which the fever broke out on the return voyage. If it had not been for the sickness and the storms that were encountered, it would seem logical that the Black Widow could actually have captured the record for the fastest transatlantic crossing.
Yes. It's extremely interesting.
You are reading about one of the worst storms they encountered. You'll notice how pleased the officers were with the way the Black Widow handled in bad weather.
Yes. Yes, so I see. But, Admiral, we must not take any more of your time. Come along, Rennie. We must be off.
Yes, monsieur.
Admiral, you've been of great assistance.
Indeed. Well, hope you find time for some sleep, at least. Good day, gentlemen.
Goodbye, and thank you, monsieur.
Good day, Admiral Dunglas. Oh, what a shame, monsieur, that you did not learn more from Admiral Dunglas.
To the contrary, Rennie, I learned a great deal. Not from the Admiral, but from the log of the Black Widow.
But you merely glanced through its pages.
I saw enough to influence my future actions. Baristan, we're going to visit Henri and his sister, the Baron Montigny's home. They should be there by now.
Yes, monsieur. Here. Well,
Monsieur, what did you see in the logbook?
Something that told me I have been wrong.
Wrong, monsieur?
I have assumed, as we all have, that foreign agents have been trying to abduct our young ship's officer.
Well, the evidence most certainly points that way.
No longer, Rennie. I'm now convinced that someone is trying to murder Henri Fortier. Mademoiselle, has your brother's condition grown worse?
No, Monsieur Lecomte, it is not that. It is poor old Pierre Boisseau.
He has been seriously wounded by a bullet, obviously fired by one of the foreign agents he saw last night.
Then they must have seen him when he went to the window.
Yes. Where did this occur?
On the road. The left-hand road beyond the fork where he walks to the high road when he leaves our cottage.
Fortunately, the criminal's aim was bad. Old Pierre staggered to the high road where the gendarme took him to a hospital.
He insisted on walking the road as usual early this morning. He was anxious to reach home. Oh, it is so terrible.
Come, my dear. You must dry your eyes. Here comes Dr. Vachon. With permission, I am sure, for you to visit with your brother for a little while.
But not too long, if you please.
The patient is still very weak.
Would you care to see him, Monsieur Lecomte?
I shall send Rennie in my place. There's a question I should like to ask Dr. Vachon.
Then come with me, Monsieur Michel.
At your service, mademoiselle.
We must not let Henri know about this.
Dr. Vachon, I see you have your medical kit with you.
Like all doctors, I carry this bag with me. Why do you ask?
My coachman has crushed his finger. He waits outside with only a handkerchief for a bandage. Perhaps you'd be good enough to go to his assistance.
I have no such medicines in my kit.
No unguents of any kind?
None whatever.
Is not that rather strange?
I do not think so.
But you will at least apply a proper bandage.
I have an important call to make. I have no time.
I demand that you treat my coachman.
Now, look here, Monte Cristo. This is my home. I have employed Vachon. You have no right to address the doctor in that manner.
I do not address a doctor. Vachon is one of your henchmen, hired by you to bring about the death of Henri Fortier.
My dear Count, you must have caught Henri's fever. You are delirious.
Is it delirium when I say that the log of the Black Widow is false? Am I fevered when I declare that you bribed the captain and the first mate to claim a record so that the shipbuilding firm who built the Clipper would get a naval contract?
Ridiculous. Why should I do such a thing?
Because you have a secret financial interest in the shipbuilding company. You could hire men to serve you in your criminal plans, Montier, but you knew that Henri Fortier could not be bribed. That's why you sent your assassins to kill him. Why, when they failed, you employed this fraudulent doctor to hasten Henri's death from fever.
Monte Cristo, you have placed yourself in a dangerous position. This rapier that hangs within a few inches of my hand upon the wall might easily run you through despite your boasted swordsmanship.
I accept the challenge on guard.
Rush on. Bring the horses to the side entrance. Backward to the battle. When I have killed you, Monte Cristo, I plan to take an extended trip.
I fear that trip will be postponed.
Yes, you are very confident.
Under other circumstances, I would enjoy this sword, say. You're a very clever duelist, Monsieur le Baron. But I'm afraid I must conclude it thus.
My shoulder. Merci, monsieur.
I had no intention of murdering you as you tried to kill Fortier and poor old Boisseau. I shall give you to the gendarmes as a living example of greed and villainy.
Well, it's been some time since we were in the village of Saint-Germain, monsieur.
Pierre will be overjoyed to see us. As happy as the day they allowed him to leave the hospital.
I'm anxious to see Boisseau's garden.
Henri can remember every little path and sundial.
Yes, I used to play there as a child. When I was small, it seemed to be a great estate. Now it appears to be only the size of a pocket handkerchief. Do you enjoy gardens, Monsieur Lecomte?
More than the average person, Henri.
Is it not wonderful to be driving in the sunshine and speaking of gardens, when less than a month ago we were under a cloud of tragedy?
We must forget that cloud, my dear.
You are right, monsieur. But may I ask just one question about how you unmasked Montigny's villainy? And if he asks a question, monsieur, I beg the same privilege.
Very well, then. Henri, what do you wish to know?
Well, how were you first certain that Montigny was a scoundrel?
In addition to ourselves, he was the only one who knew the path regularly taken by Boisseau on his way to Saint-Germain from Saint-Cloud. Montigny obviously instructed his henchmen to shoot the old man from that particular ambush.
Now, monsieur, it is my turn?
Yes, René.
What did you see in the log of the Black Widow that told you it was false?
The handwriting looked genuine enough, and was probably that of the captain and the first mate. At one point, however, the logbook described a storm, a very bad storm, in writing so smooth that it might well have been penned while floating on a mill pond. There, those are your answers.
Oh, but I, too, am going to claim one. Your chivalry cannot deny a lady.
Of course not, Jeanette. I must comply.
How did you know that Montigny was a secret partner in the shipbuilding firm?
You promised to keep the answer a secret?
Oh, I promise.
That, my dear, was a very fortunate guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, the star of our program, Carlton Young.
Thank you, Dick. Next week, friends, on the anniversary of the fall of the Bastille, we bring you a timely story that introduces a character that I'm sure you will find interesting. Until then, good night.
The Count of Monte Cristo is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle and stars Carlton Young in the title role, with Parley Bear appearing as Granny Michon. Others in our cast this evening were Jack Petruzzi, Virginia Craig, Jay Novello, Ed Coleman, Howard Messier, and John Daner. This adaptation of the character made famous by Alexander Dumas was written by J. Fryer, with music by Dean Foster. This is Dick Wynn in...
The Count of Monte Cristo. From Hollywood, the Mutual Network presents Carlton Young in the Yankee Clipper, another adventure in the exciting life of the Count of Monte Cristo.
During the 19th century, two nations struggled valiantly to bring a democratic order of things to a despot-ridden globe. The United States with her freedom-endowed Constitution, and France. France, who was fortunately blessed with a champion of right and justice, whose life was devoted to the welfare of the common man. For this champion was Edmond Dantes, the fabulous Count of Monte Cristo. In his private chambers in the great palace of Versailles, a gravely troubled King Louis Philippe is in conference with the one man upon whose judgment he has always relied. In conference with the Count of Monte Cristo.
Briefly, Edmond, the situation is this. The government of the United States has secretly requested a tremendous loan from France. Ordinarily, there would be no question about granting it. But this, as you realize, is no ordinary situation.
You refer, sire, to the fact that the United States is virtually bankrupt?
Exactly, Edmond. Her greatest source of national income, her shipping trade with China and the Far East, has been practically cut off by the strong competition of the British East India Company. How could she ever pay such a loan?
And yet, were we not to help her, sire, we might be destroying a nation that has been more closely allied to ours than any other.
And there you have named the dilemma, Edmond. One which my ministers and I have found unsolvable.
Sire, as you know, I have but recently returned to France from a lengthy journey overseas. I beg leave to relate an adventure which befell me during those travels.
What is this, Edmond? I propound you one of the gravest diplomatic problems that has ever faced me, and you wish to answer with some tale of adventure?
I believe you will find that the tale has a very direct bearing upon the problem at hand, sire.
Very well, then, Edmond, on with it. But if you are trifling with my time...
You shall be the judge of that, sire, and I'm confident of your verdict. It was about a year ago that my yacht dropped her anchor in the shipping town of Newburyport, Massachusetts, hard by to Boston. A matter of urgent business had brought me there. And that evening, at the home of Warren Banyan, head of the Banyan Trading Company, Rennie Michaud and I discussed the situation with him. His lovely daughter, Maud, listened quietly and attentively nearby.
There's no use trying to conceal the facts, Count. The Banyan Trading Company's been losing money hand over fist. And as the heaviest investor in the firm, you're being hurt the most.
I am not as concerned with the loss of money, Monsieur Banyan, as I am with the reasons for it. The same reasons which are bringing the entire country to the verge of bankruptcy.
Aye, the British East India Company and its prior treaty rights in the Chinese ports.
As I understand it, Mr. Banyan, those treaty rights entitle British ships to first choice of Chinese cargo.
That's the story, Mr. Michaud. Our ships don't even get a look at trading goods till the British have sailed away. So by the time we reach the market ports of the world, they've already glutted them with the latest Far East goods. Our cargoes have to be sold at a loss.
Oh, but surely there must be some solution to this problem.
There is a solution, Mr. Michaud. But my father and the other ship owners stubbornly refuse to recognize it.
Maud, must I remind you again that the shipping business is not within the province of women?
And must I remind you, Father, that our country's welfare is everyone's business regardless of sex?
Maud,
one moment, please, Mr. Banyan. Certainly, if your daughter believes she knows of a solution to this grave problem, she's entitled to a hearing.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping you would react that way. Father, I've taken the liberty of inviting Jonathan Caleb here to meet the Count of Monte Cristo.
Maud, you did not dare. After I've forbidden that harebrained dreamer entry into this home? Would I have any further association with my daughter?
Yes, Father, I did. For I know that Jonathan's dreams hold the answer to America's present problems and to a future of unlimited prosperity and abundance for her.
When Jonathan Caleb arrived, I found him to be a stalwart young man with a sun-tanned skin and far-seeing eyes of a sailor. And within those eyes could be seen burning the fierce fires of some glorious dream.
Shortly afterwards, while Rennie escorted Maud for a walk in the gardens, Jonathan Caleb disclosed that dream to me.
There's only one answer to America's present financial crisis, sir. As long as British ships have prior treaty rights, our ships must be able to sail from China 3 weeks to 3 months after the British have weighed anchor and still beat them into American and European ports.
A rather fantastic conception, is it not, Jonathan? From what I've seen, the ships sailing out of Boston today are the most modern ever built. And they cannot make the trip to Canton in less than 6 months. Approximately the same length of time as the British.
Of course they can't, sir, because those tubs aren't designed for speed. That's what's needed. Speed and more speed. Ships that can reach Canton in 3 months instead of 6. Ships that will have double the speed of any bottoms on the seas today.
You're not talking about ships now, Caleb. You're talking about flying clouds.
I'm talking about clipper ships, Mr. Banyan. Yankee clipper ships.
That can never be built.
That can and must be built, sir.
These Yankee clipper ships you speak of, Jonathan, are they any more than dreams, or have you reduced them to more practical terms?
I have a model built, sir, and a complete set of sketches and plans. Mr. Banyan has already seen them.
I've seen them all right, and so has every other ship owned in America.
And your opinion?
They're not the plans of a ship, but of a knife blade.
Then it's a knife blade that can sail faster than 18 knots, sir.
On paper, perhaps, yes. But put a ship 250 feet long and only 40 feet wide in the water, you'll sink like the steel in that knife. No, Count, whatever the answer to our shipping problem might be, it certainly doesn't lie in this crackpot dream of Caleb's.
Yet, in theory, at least, Jonathan's solution is sound. If such a fleet of clipper ships could be built, ships that could outsail anything on the 7 seas today 2 knots to 1, why... Jonathan, I should like very much to see your model of this Yankee clipper. The next morning, I saw that model of Jonathan's ship, the ship about which he had built such wonderful dreams and hopes. She was a strange ship, unlike any afloat, bird-like in her graceful sweeping lines, taut and eager like an arrow quivering with ill-concealed impatience to speed from the drawn bow, and a burst of snow-white canvas carried by her 3 masts and fine rigging looked like clouds floating above the clean lines of her form. She was indeed a ship to be loved, a dream ship.
Well, sir, what do you think of her? Is she not everything that I said she would be?
Jonathan, you have found your backer. We are going to build her. We are going to build the first Yankee clipper. It was in the shipping yards at Newport that her keel was laid. The keel of a ship that was to be 250 feet long and only 40 feet wide. A ship that was to have 3 masts and carry more canvas than had been held aloft by bottoms of twice her tonnage. There was no lack of onlookers as the long, clean lines of her shape developed and grew. Nor was there a lack of scoffers, as professional shipbuilder and an amateur sailor alike proclaimed to the world his opinion of her.
A full ship's rigging on the hull of a racing sloop, why, it's ridiculous. You'll capsize at the first breath of wind.
What chance do those masts have against the gales of the Horn?
That hull can't even be launched without sinking.
Where's the cargo capacity?
Mark my words. With that length and no beam, she'll dive into the first wave to come along and never be seen again.
Yes, there were scoffers aplenty, watching and sneering as the hull of the ship grew beautiful and true. But their jeers and jibes fell on deaf ears as Jonathan, Rennie, and I bent our every effort toward completing this dream ship. Efforts that suddenly seemed to be hampered and harassed at every turn.
Well, monsieur, things are going smoothly enough at the present, despite the rigid schedule you and Jonathan have set. She's being completed well ahead of it.
If so, Rene, thanks are due solely to James Crombie, our master shipwright. Without him, our difficulties would have been multiplied 100-fold. So long as Crombie is there, we can be sure to have a...
Monsieur, that timber collapsed, and there's a man pinned beneath it.
Yes, Rene, I see. A man whose name is James Crombie.
I brought Maud over to see how the work is progressing, Edmond. I trust you don't mind.
Mind? When she was the one really responsible for this partnership? I'm delighted to see you again, mademoiselle.
Thank you. My father would be furious if he ever learned about it, but, well, I just couldn't stay away. Oh, she's going to be a beautiful ship, Jonathan.
If we ever get her finished, Maud, the way accidents have been occurring...
We shall get her finished, Jonathan. We have but to complete her decking and set the mast, and she'll be ready. What?
Oh, no.
But despite all the jeers, despite a series of hampering accidents, Jonathan Caleb's dream finally became a reality. One day the ship, proudly flying the colors of the Caleb Shipping Company, was ready to entrust herself to the restless bosom of the sea. And as Jonathan, Rennie, and I stood on her deck with a handful of sailors, Maud Banyan, from the high scaffolding at her prow, gave the ship her name.
Jonathan, my darling, I want you to know that I christen your ship with my whole being, praying for her and your success. I name thee Flying Cloud.
The sledges hammered out the shock blocks, slowly at first, and with gathering speed, with an eager rush, the Flying Cloud sped down the waves toward the arms of the expectantly awaiting sea.
Oh, Edmond, we've done it. She's afloat.
Indeed, yes, monsieur. And she rides the water as gracefully as what she is, a flying cloud.
Yes, my friend, the first Yankee clipper has been lost, with the hopes of a nation riding the proud wings of her canvas. She has to prove herself yet, but when she does, Wait. Do you notice anything peculiar about the deck, my friend?
The deck, monsieur? Why, no,
Edmond,
I can't.
The deck is beginning to slope down toward the prow. There's something wrong. She's no longer riding on even keel.
She's foundering, Jonathan. Going down for the head.
We'll continue with the Count of Monte Cristo in just a moment. You know, no war can only be half won, and the war against the dread killer tuberculosis is like any other war. We must conquer it completely in order to be safe from its ravages. Christmas seals have been fighting against tuberculosis for 43 years now, and in that time, great battles have been won. Modern techniques of case finding by X-ray surveys, improved medical treatment, and health education all combine to prevent the spread of tuberculosis. The death rate has been cut as much as 80%, but this is not enough. Tuberculosis still strikes at thousands of Americans. It can strike at you, for it is a communicable disease. And you and your home, at your job, or your children at school may be exposed to it. So help white out. The war can be won if we all fight against it. You can do your part so easily by just sending your check today for the Christmas, and use your Christmas seals generously on all your holiday mail.
Now, Edmond. I asked your advice regarding this loan to America, and you waste my time with this ridiculous
ridiculous story about some flying cloud.
Again, I assure you, sire, that it has the most pertinent bearing upon the matter at hand. For in Jonathan Caleb's clipper ship rested the last hopes of the United States for a restoration of its shipping industry.
Faint hopes indeed, Edmond. When you say that she foundered and sank immediately upon launching...
Your pardon, sire, but I said only that she was going down to the head. And it was obvious by the way she was acting that she was taking in water forward. We rushed below decks and into the forward cargo hold.
Edmund, do you see where that water's coming from? Someone's bored holes under the bow bulkhead.
Yes, sir, Canvas. Wood straps, wedges, tar. Drive them into those holes with caulking hammers. They'll serve as temporary plugs until we can make permanent repairs. Hurry now, the flying cow may yet be saved. And save the flying cloud we did. Permanent repairs were quickly made, and then we took her out for a trial run. Her performance was a thing of beauty. She answered to the wheel as though anticipating every thought of the helmsman, rode the waves with the ease and grace of a swallow, and showed bursts of speed that brought literal gasps of admiration from those of us aboard her. Trial runs over, we began preparing for the maiden voyage to China. And then found we would have trouble getting a crew. For the word had spread that the Flying Cow was a death ship that could never survive the journey. The very night before we were scheduled to sail, we had but a skeleton crew and no first mate. We were discussing it in Jonathan's office. Come in.
This is Jonathan Caleb.
Yes, that's right.
I'm Red Office. I hear you're looking for a first mate.
Yes, I am. Are you looking for such a berth?
Aye, if she's a ship bound for the China trade.
Why do you specify that, Mr. Harkness?
Well, sir, I've been sailing on China packets for the past 10 years. I could find my way to Canton in a rowboat with my eyes closed. I'd sort of be lost doing anything else.
You have your mate's ticket with you, Mr. Harkness?
All right. Here's my papers.
Yes. They seem to be in good order, Edmond. Then I suggest we take a chance on Mr. Harkness, if he's willing to sign on.
You just hired yourself a first mate, sir. And one who can drive a crew of lazy sailors better than any man afloat.
We like our men to work, Harkness, but we don't bully them.
Oh, yes, I understand, sir. And you don't have to worry about a thing. With Red Harkness aboard his first mate, things will run smooth as silk. Good night, gents. And so it was with the next morning's tide, short-handed, and with Red Harkness' first mate, the Flying Cow began her journey to far-off China. Break up canvas, Mr. Harkness. All right, sir.
And as Jonathan's first command cracked out and the lovely billowing white sheets of her canvas shook themselves into the open and bellied out before the fresh morning winds reaching for the far horizon, the Flying Cow began her maiden voyage. The voyage which was to prove whether the hopes and prayers that went into her building were justified, or if she were merely the impractical result of a dreamer's visionary mind. Heading south into the stormy Atlantic went the brave, slender bow of the Flying Cow, with all canvas set and dressed with fair weather and a strong, steady wind. Her knife-like prow cut through the waves with ever-increasing speed. Faster and faster she sped, passing ship after ship that she'd left Boston weeks before, down over the equator and south to Cape Horn. Around the Cape she beat her way, and then pointed her nose toward far-distant China. And then, early one morning, when she'd been at sea for just 3 months,
From the lookout, high in the crow's nest, came a hail.
What was that call, Mr. Harkness?
Lynn started dead age, sir, and unless I miss my guess, it'll be Canton.
Did you hear that, Edmund? We've done it. We've done it. We'll be in Canton by nightfall, just 92 days out of Boston.
For 3 weeks, the Flying Cloud, fastest ship on the seven seas, was forced to remain idle at anchor in Canton, waiting for the British ships to take their choice of cargo and to weigh anchor at their leisure. But finally, we were able to load cargo aboard and set sail eagerly for the journey home. But now the gods of fortune who have been smiling at us suddenly turned their faces away. Just 2 days out of Canton, as the ship moved fitfully before a faint early morning breeze, there came a frightening call.
Pirates of the Porto! Pirates of the Porto!
Pirates? Bosun! Ice all hands on deck!
They're sailing right into our side. You see, they're going to ram us.
Stand by to repel boarders!
The pirate attack was finally beaten off. And again the Flying Cloud went on, more short-handed than ever by now. And then the crew began to get rest early because of Red Harkness's bullying that went on behind our backs.
Get your back to his side. You know, say put your back to a rope, you lazy dog. Put your back to it. Throw a bucket of scupper water over him. That will bring him to.
We stopped those tactics when we learned of them, but our troubles were far from over. Monsoons blew us off course. Blizzards and headwinds beset us as we beat around the Horn. And then as we headed north once again, a fierce squall began to shake us at its teeth.
To re-say, Mr. Kiley. No need, Mr. Harkness. She's ridden off worse storms than this. But she's carrying a full leg of canvas. She can carry it. She's done it before. I warned you, Mr. Kiley. License and topsails carry clean away.
Wear the decks and rig during mast and spare canvas at once, Harkness. Then crack on full sail. There's nothing going to stop us now.
And nothing did. For as the Flying Cloud carried on, began to feel the strength and power of the favorable trade winds, she skimmed over the sea like a swallow. And then, just 88 days out of Canton, she dropped anchor in Boston Harbor. That night, we were all gathered once again around the dining table at the home of Warren Bunyan. But this time, the atmosphere was vastly different from what it had been upon the occasion of our last visit there.
I'm not ashamed to confess it, Count. Not to you or Jonathan or the world. I was a dunderheaded, stubborn old fool without the sense that God gave me.
No apologies are necessary, Monsieur Bunyan. All that matters is that you and the other American ship owners have found out the way out of your financial strait. Thanks to Jonathan Caleb and his flying cloud.
No, Edmond. Any thanks that are due are rightfully yours.
Jonathan is right, sir. For without your faith, there might be little future for this country of ours. But now, well, soon there'll be 100 clipper ships like the Flying Cloud, bringing prosperity back to these shores once again.
Some hours later, Rennie and I left our happy friends at the Banyan home and made our way toward the docks. For some reason, I felt restless and ill at ease, concerned in some strange way about the Flying Cloud. And though I knew that both Harkness and the sailor Williams were standing watch aboard her that night, I had to make certain that all was well.
Now, that is strange, monsieur. Where are the lookouts? One would think they would have challenged us as we came aboard.
One would indeed, Rennie. Now I'm more convinced than ever that...
Monsieur, that sound.
Over there, Rennie, lying at the foot of the mainmast.
Why, monsieur, it's Williams. Bound and gagged. Here, I just take off that gag.
No time for that now, Rennie. Let's get below, and quickly.
Stop right there, James. Harkness. And look, monsieur, he has oil soaked rags and that candle. Is it possible that
Yes, Rennie, he apparently intends to start a little bonfire.
Bonfire? You mean he intends to set fire to the flying... Well, we'll soon put a stop to that.
Easy, Michon, easy. No sense stopping any lead sooner than you have to.
He means that, Rennie.
Yes, but, monsieur, we
It was
can't...
evident long ago that someone was attempting to destroy the Flying Cloud, Rennie. The accident, the knife-cut rigging that carried away in the storm, possibly even the pirate attack were all part and parcel of the same overall plan.
But why, monsieur, why?
Someone with an interest to protect had intelligence enough to realize what clipper ships meant, Rennie, the threat they presented to the British shipping industry. So Harkness was hired to see that the threat did not materialize.
That's right, Monte Cristo. You got off lucky so far. But 5 minutes from now, this pretty little ship and its cargo are going up in smoke.
That won't stop a Yankee clipper fleet from being built, Harkness. It won't stop me, Harkness. Give me that gun, Harkness. Let me have it.
Yes, again, Monte Cristo. This time you're going to get it like you should have long ago.
Monsieur Lecoq.
I'm all right, Rennie.
But Harkness is...
Yes, Rennie, I managed to turn the muzzle toward him just as he fired.
You're badly hurt, monsieur. That first shot of his...
Just a flesh wound, Rennie. The marlin spike I hurled deflected his aim just enough. Well, my friend, let us return to the inn. And tomorrow we'll set sail for France. It would seem that our little business trip to the United States has been successfully concluded. And there, sire, is the story of adventure I begged leave to tell. I think you will agree that it solves completely the problem that has troubled your court. There can be no doubt now as to the advisability of a loan to the United States. For Jonathan Caleb's dream has come true. And the Flying Cloud, and hundreds of other Yankee clippers, speeding like winged birds over the bosoms of the seven seas, are going to lift America from the sloughs of depression into the sunlight of decades of prosperity, until she eventually becomes the strongest, most powerful democratic ally that France will ever have upon the face of this earth.
Carlton Young will return in just a moment. You know, there are a lot of places for your money these days, but there's no better place for some of it than in United States savings bonds. Yes, United States savings bonds. Let's look into them for a minute. You pay $18.75, and you get back $25 on maturity. In other words, in 10 short years, that's $4 for every 3 you put in now. Fine interest in a safe, sound investment. With your money in United States savings bonds, friends, you can look to the future with confidence. Yes, they're wonderful things to own a lot of. United States savings bonds. Buy them at any bank or post office, or use one of the convenient plans for buying savings bonds automatically. For example, the payroll savings plan where you might work, or a bond-a-month plan where you happen to bank. Make your future shining bright with United States savings bonds. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of our program, Carlton Young.
Thank you, Charles. Next week, friends, the Count and Renee journey to peaceful Stratford-on-Avon, where they encounter a glamorous princess, a rare Shakespearean manuscript, and murder. Join us, won't you? Until then, good night.
The Count of Monte Cristo. Maximilien Morel and his sister Julie learn that Monte Cristo is none other than Edmond Dantès, who saved their father. Maximilien then swears to make no further attempt at suicide, and Monte Cristo promises to restore his lost happiness in a month. If he fails, Maximilien may be permitted to end his life, and so they plan to leave Paris together. The present scene is a small apartment secretly rented by Dubret. The Count of Monte Cristo.
Is there any news, Felix?
No, Monsieur Dubret, except that I caught the wife of the concierge trying the handle of the door this morning.
What did she say?
She said that the door had been slamming and that she was afraid I had gone out without locking mine.
Ah, the poor creature was worrying.
I'm tired of being spied upon by the concierge and his wife. Pardon me for saying so, monsieur. There is not another pair like them in the Rue Saint-Germain-des-Prés.
A concierge is the same everywhere. A cross between a watchdog and a pickpocket.
And the wife of a concierge, if you will permit me, monsieur, has a nose as long as an elephant's.
Longer, my good Felix.
In England, the janitors and porters are a very different lot. Here, every day at 4 o'clock, when you come down the street, the concierge is watching, trying to catch a glimpse of your face.
But I have fooled them for a whole year, Felix.
Your face is hidden in that muffler.
Precautions are necessary.
Pardon, Monsieur Dubret. But you are the mystery of the Rue Saint-Germain-des-Prés.
Well, I shall have to find another office to conduct my brokerage business. While my operations on the stock market are entirely legitimate, as you know, I have not wanted to cause gossip in the ministry. So I took this apartment.
I quite understand. By the way, monsieur, some new people have moved in upstairs.
Who are they?
A lady and gentleman. That's all I know, monsieur.
You have not heard the name?
No, monsieur. What shall I do about the concierge's wife?
I can hardly advise you, my good Felix.
She prowls about frightfully. She gets on my nerves, monsieur. Every time I go to the market, she squints at me.
She what?
Squints, monsieur. Just squints, nothing more.
Well, let her squint.
But that isn't all, Monsieur Dubret.
Oh, she makes no advances, I trust.
Not exactly, but she does make remarks. Catty remarks.
About whom?
Pardon, Monsieur Dubret, but they are about you.
Well, you don't suppose I care what a concierge wife says about me, do you?
But I can't endure it any longer.
Mon Dieu, tell me the worst.
She talks about your red muffler, and in my hearing.
What of it?
At first, she and her husband thought you were a nobleman who had rented this apartment incog. In disguise, so to speak.
Well, that's quite all right. That doesn't offend me, Felix.
But recently they got the idea you had a deformed neck, or had lost your chin in the war.
Oh, they did, eh? Well.
The wife said this morning she was willing to wager a franc that you had some terrifying ugliness.
A rather unkind remark. I've always prided myself on being rather good-looking.
Shh.
What's the matter, Felix?
Someone is on the landing. I'm sure it's the concierge's wife.
Do you think so?
She'll try to look through the keyhole to see if your neck is all right. Let me stand in front of you, monsieur.
See who it is, Felix. Mon Dieu, you have me terrified.
It may be a trick, monsieur.
Hardly likely.
It is a pretext to see you, to learn your identity.
Bah! Open the door.
Ah, monsieur, please step into the next room.
You go. I'll see who this is.
Let me protect you, monsieur.
Silence, idiot! Go on, get in there.
But, monsieur...
Get out! There. Now stay in that room.
Mon Dieu! I hope I haven't interrupted a conference, Monsieur Dubret.
Madame la Baronne!
Really, it becomes difficult to see you these days.
My sincere apologies, madame. It is the fault of my stupid servant, Felix. Felix has a notion that I'm being spied upon by the concierge wife.
Dear me, how romantic.
Well, what I mean is...
Oh, you don't have to explain, my dear Lucien.
But...
Oh, never mind, please. I have important things to discuss. Can I confide in you?
You know that you can, madame. Why, what is the matter?
An amazing event has happened. Monsieur Dunglas left last night.
Left? Monsieur Dunglas left? Where has he gone?
No one knows.
Well, you mean he's not going to return?
Just that. At 10 last night, his horses took him to the Charenton gate. There, a post-chaise was waiting. He told his valet he was going to Fontainebleau.
Then what did you mean?
Wait. Here is a letter he left for me. Read it.
Madame and most faithful wife.
Well, go on.
When you receive this, you will no longer have a husband.
You see?
It's a long letter. Well, do not be alarmed. He's considerate, isn't he?
But read on.
For you will have lost me as you have lost your daughter. I don't see his point of view, madame.
Will you please continue?
Well, he says, I shall be traveling on one of 30 or 40 roads leading out of France. He doesn't want you to follow him.
Oh, give me that letter. Can't you see that I'm heartbroken?
Of course. Pardon, madame.
Oh, you read it. I cannot.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. He writes, this morning I paid out 5 millions. Immediately came a demand for another 5 millions, which I could not meet. I postponed this creditor until tomorrow, but I intend leaving today.
It's frightful.
This amazes me.
Continue, please. Now you will understand some things.
My most precious wife.
Oh, leave out the comments.
Very well. My most precious wife, there are things too unpleasant for me to endure. You who know my affairs and are aware of what has become of a considerable part of my fortune...
You see, he blames me.
Have, by your infallible instincts, no doubt, prudently saved a little money.
How unkind.
Wait, let me continue. With this consoling idea, I leave you, madame, and most prudent wife, without pang of conscience. So long as you were working for the good of the House of Dunglas, I philosophically closed my eyes. But I will not be the foundation of another man's fortune. Why, the ungrateful wretch. He made millions through my advice.
You see? What did I tell you?
Let me finish.
Oh, it isn't necessary, Lucia.
I must see what he says further. Madame, when I married you, you were rich, but little respected.
Oh, well, don't bother to read any more.
For 15 years, I have increased our fortune until unexpected catastrophes overturned it. You, madame, have sought only to increase your own fortune, and I have convinced you have succeeded.
How unjust.
I leave you, therefore, as I took you, rich but little respected. Accept my acknowledgement for the example you have set me. Your very devoted husband, Baron Dunglas.
Well, doesn't the letter inspire you, Lucia?
Monsieur Dunglas has left rather suspiciously.
Certainly, but is that all you have to say to me?
I do not understand you.
But he's gone. Gone, never to return.
Well, what do you intend to do?
Well, that is the question I was going to ask you.
If you want my advice, I suggest that you travel.
Travel? But I don't wish to travel. I like Paris. I'm at home here.
As Monsieur Dunglas says, you are rich and perfectly free. But if you stay in Paris, you will be known as the abandoned wife of a bankrupt.
Abandoned? I can hear them now. See how poor it makes me sound.
When you are now the rich one of the Dunglas family.
I? What are you trying to tell me?
During the 6 months we have been associated in business, I have made some profitable investments, as you know.
But I have not your full report, monsieur.
You are what might be called a wealthy woman.
What would I have done without you?
Oh, you would not have had to hunt very long for someone to invest your money. It's a congenial occupation for anyone with a flair for finance.
And I am not what you would call unattractive, Lucien?
You can still rely on your capital. Here is my statement of our investments to date.
To date?
In May, we began operations. In that month, from your original advance of 100,000 francs, we gained 450,000.
I remember. Splendid, wasn't it? Oh, may I look over your shoulder?
Certainly, madame. In June, our profit was 900,000. In July, when the Spanish bonds were first offered, we made 1,700,000.
As much as that?
Reckoning from the first day of our partnership up to yesterday, our accounts show a capital of 2,400,000 francs.
Extraordinary. What an investor you are.
Now, madame, this provides 1,200,000 francs for each of us.
How comforting you are.
I will give you your share of the money.
What?
Half is in banknotes, the rest in checks payable to bearer. I will get it. For safety, I put your share in a chest under that cupboard. I believe the money safer here than at my home. Here are 800 notes of 1,000 francs each, also the dividend and the checks for the balance. This concludes our partnership, madame.
Shall I take this money?
It is yours. Take it. It gives you a splendid fortune of 60,000 francs a year.
Thank you. Is it all, then?
Should the money prove insufficient, I beg you to consider mine at your disposal at any time on loan.
And you have nothing else to say to me?
I wish you bon voyage, madame.
Oh. Who can that be?
Step into that room if you like. You had better hurry.
Oh.
And keep quiet. This is very embarrassing. Mon Dieu! Albert de Morcerf!
Count of Monte Cristo. Having rented a small apartment to conduct his brokerage business, Dubret receives a visit from Madame Dunglas, who tells him of Baron Dunglas' flight from Paris. Dubret pays her £1.5 million francs, the profit of her investments, and advises her to travel abroad. Just as she is leaving, someone is heard at the door. The Baroness hides in an adjoining room. The Count of Monte Cristo.
Lucien Dubret. Why, myself. How do you happen to be here?
Pardon, I didn't know you were here.
But come in by all means, my dear friend.
You still call me your friend.
Why not?
What right have I to retain any friend since my father's dishonor?
Albert, your friends think too well of you to turn against you because of what Le Comte de Morcerf did.
I wish I could think so.
Oh, you do friendship an injustice.
No, a kindness. I see now how I made my mistake. My door's directly above this, on the next floor.
What? You're living here?
My mother and I have been staying here for a few days. We're about to leave Paris forever.
I understand, Albert. In your place, I would do the same. But everyone will miss you.
Thank you, Lucien.
Of course, you will say goodbye to Beauchamp and Chateau Dieux.
I shall write to them. They've been excellent friends, like yourself.
Can't I be of some service to you, Albert? A loan, perhaps?
You're most kind, but we're still rich enough. When our journey is paid, we shall still have 5,000 francs.
Only 5,000? Why, it'll be gone in no time. Look, Albert, I have more than enough.
Mon Dieu.
Here are more than 1 million francs. Take some of it, come. 100,000 if you like.
No, Dubret. You're most generous. But I've lived long enough on the money of others. I'm going to earn my own. I'm going into the army.
Ah.
Enrolled in a regiment of spy yesterday.
You're going to Africa?
At once.
And your mother?
She will go to Marseille, her old home.
Then, for her sake, accept a loan.
Oh, thank you, no. We shall manage.
But promise to let me know if you need help.
I will. Many thanks, my dear friend. But tell me, surely you don't live in this cheap house?
I needed a quiet office for a business venture some months ago and have been spending a few hours here daily.
Oh, I'm detaining you. You have guests.
Guests?
I thought I heard voices before I came in.
Well, it is of no consequence. Merely a ship chandler and his wife who wanted some information about a piece of property.
A ship chandler?
Yes, quite an interesting chap. He's been all over the world and often takes his wife with him.
Why, then he probably knows Africa.
Oh, like a book. The Sahara is his playground.
Then, of course, he's familiar with Algiers, but I'm going. Introduce me to him, Lucien.
I would very gladly if it were not for his wife. She is very talkative, you see.
But there are things I should like to know about Algiers, which I'm sure this man can tell me.
Algiers is one of the countries, it just so happens that he hasn't seen. In fact, he is as eager to visit Algiers as you are.
What is your guest's name?
Prudomo. Amde Prudomo.
What an odd name.
He's one of the Prudomo of Lille.
You don't say. Then he must know my old school friend, Henri de la Tour.
do let me speak to him.
It would be very awkward just now. Believe me, Albert,
Do pardon me. I am sorry.
You don't understand, my dear Albert.
It's quite all right. Say nothing more about it.
It's just one of the things that, you see, it was a confidential matter.
This property matter, of course. Why, listen. Why, the woman is crying.
Prudhomme is a cruel fellow, always criticizing her.
I'll stay here no longer.
Madame, I beg of you.
Madame Dunglas.
Goodbye.
She's gone.
So, the Baron Dunglas is now a ship chandler.
Well?
How angry she looked.
She must have heard what I said.
1,000 apologies, Dubret. I am the cause of it.
How very awkward. Oh, no, Albert. It is not your fault. The only thing left, then, is for the concierge's wife to appear.
What do you mean?
Pardon, Albert, but my valet, Felix, tells me I'm under suspicion here. By the way, Madame Dunglas is leaving Paris.
Really?
Dunglas has failed. They're giving up their home.
You amaze me.
The arrest of Cavalcanti, now about to be tried for murder, and the departure of Mademoiselle Eugénie have much to do with it, I dare say.
How shocking these disasters are.
Your family is not the only one to suffer. Devillefort and Dunglas are terribly stricken.
It's like some awful punishment.
Do you think so?
My father was punished.
By Monte Cristo. A strange man. But certainly he had nothing to do with Dunglas' misfortune.
I've not inferred that he had.
But you say all these different tragedies seem like a punishment.
They do.
I never looked at them in that light. Well, I must explain to you that Madame Dunglas had entrusted me with some investments, fearing for her husband's financial security.
Vraiment?
Yes, just now I've paid her $1.5 million, the earnings of her capital.
Merveilleux.
And, my dear Albert, I cannot help but compare your mother upstairs, now left with a mere 5,000 francs, and this selfish woman who has just gone with 1,500,000.
And she will be happy in her selfishness.
I doubt it. Her interests are too narrow to afford any real happiness.
I had fancied that her interests were not narrow enough.
Yeah, how do you mean?
Madame speculated extensively on her own account.
Oh, you are too charitable, Albert.
Well, I'm going. You may not see me again, Lucien. Good luck to you, my dear friend.
Come back to us someday. We shall all think of you very often. Adieu, Albert. Bonne chance, mon cher ami.
Adieu.
Write to us now and then.
I will, Lucien. Well, Mother, I've made inquiries about the cost of your trip to Marseille.
What have you learned, Albert?
It will not cost more than 120 francs. Carriage 35, steamboat from Chalon-Lyon 6, from Lyon to Avignon 16, Avignon to Marseille 5, and other expenses about 50. That makes 114 francs, or say 120.
Yes, but how about yourself?
Oh, I shall have enough money. I sold my watch for 100, and the garden seals for 300. Why, we're rich, Mother.
But we owe something in this house.
Only 30 francs. My trip will cost 80. And what do you think of this?
Albert!
1,000 francs.
Where did you get it?
First, let me kiss you. There. Very pretty today. You look more like yourself.
But where did you get that money, Albert?
You know you're the most beautiful woman I ever saw.
Oh, my boy. I can never be entirely unhappy as long as I have you.
Well, to answer your question, I enlisted in the spy. As you know, I sold my body to the army and received more than I expected.
Ooh, you make me shudder.
I brought 2,000 francs. This is half of it. The rest will be paid a year from now.
The price of your blood.
If I am killed. But I have every inclination to live.
Oh, Albert.
Now, don't go making up your mind that I'm going to be killed. Les Morsier and Garnier and Bedeau are still alive, so is Maximilien Morel. They've been in the service for a long time. This with the money in Marseille will support you for 2 years.
Do you think we should accept that money from Le Comte de Monte Cristo?
Why, you said you would accept it, Mother.
I've been thinking it over very seriously, Albert.
But I don't see what we can do. I'm sure Monte Cristo would be deeply hurt if we refused. After all, it was the money he saved for you when he was a sailor. Can't you see how he would feel, Mother?
Yes, you're right. And to think that it has lain there for nearly 24 years beneath that tree in the garden.
You know the place well, Mother.
When Edmond went to sea, and later, when they sent him so unjustly to prison, I used to visit old Monsieur Dante. It was a quaint little house in the Allée des Mayens.
Now you will go there to live, in the same house.
It will seem very much like home. Almost too much like home. The faces I loved will be absent. Oh, Albert, you must not leave me.
But, chérie, I am obliged to go. I've already enrolled in the military service. You love me too well to have me remain idle.
Yes, you must follow your career, your destiny.
We cannot follow our wishes, Mother. What is life to you? Nothing. What is it to me? Very little without you. But for you, I would have ceased to live when I renounced my father's name.
Forgive me. To succeed, you must have strength and courage. You must know that I have faith in all your plans.
Mother, I intend to see the governor of Algeria and ask for a commission as an officer. In 6 months, if I live, I can win promotion. Then I shall have enough money for both of us.
We will show the world that we are brave, my boy.
That's right. Let's not be gloomy and apprehensive. I'm sure we can be very happy. And when I'm given leave of absence, I will visit you in Marseille.
Of course.
In a few days, I shall follow you there before sailing to Africa to join my regiment.
Oh, how I shall miss you, Albert.
Mother, I wish you would tell me something. Now, tell me truly.
What is it?
Do you love Monte Cristo?
Why, Albert, I have always loved Edmond Dante.
Edmond Dante and the Count of Monte Cristo are the same man.
I would to heaven they were.
What do you mean, Mother?
He has changed.
Do you love him?
Yes.
Does he still love you?
I think not. But one thing I know.
What, Mother?
I shall never see Edmond again.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Albert de Morcerf bids farewell to Dubret, saying he is going to Africa to join the army. Mercedes is starting for Marseille to live in the same house where Edmond once lived. Mercedes admits to Albert that she still loves Edmond. They discover that they will have only 5,000 francs left after their expenses are paid. The present scene is the courtyard of Saint-Bernard prison, where the most dangerous criminals are confined.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Look, the prince is cleaning his shoes.
Be careful, Your Highness. You'll spoil that pretty handkerchief.
He has his initials on the corner and a coronet.
Close that gaping mouth of yours.
The gendarmes have mussed his clothes.
He's a bird of paradise.
Come on, Petit, tell us how you get such pretty clothing.
So young and so wicked. I'll wager he's been stealing silk purses in the park.
Get out of my way or I'll see that you're flogged.
Give him a taste of the iron shoe. He needs a lesson.
Keeper, I want to talk to you. What's the matter? Can't you speak? I want 20 francs. I'll see that you're paid back. I have relatives in Paris who have millions. I am Cavalcanti, I tell you. I am a prince.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
I want 20 francs for a dressing gown. You'd better be civil or I'll see that you lose your place.
Give Le Grand Seigneur a couple of sous.
He needs a new wig.
Let's give him a good beating. Come on now.
Stand back. Look, I give you a sign.
Mon Dieu. He's one of us. Let him alone. He's only playing a game.
A clever rogue. He fooled us nicely. Put away the shoe. There'll be no beating today.
He knows the sign.
And gives it prettily.
Bravo, stranger. When a man rolls his tongue around his cheeks and smacks his lips that way, he knows his trade, whether it's robbery or throat slitting.
Benedetto, you are wanted in the visitors' room.
You see, I am important. It's no one less than the Queen herself come to see Cavalcanti. Wait for me. She'll bring me a cake baked by herself. Well, open the gate and be sharp about it.
This way, Benedetto.
I'm certainly still under the protection of some powerful person. A nice little bribe to some jailer, and I'll be free once more.
Go through there. You have to talk between the bars.
Who wants me? Oh.
Good morning, Benedetto.
Bertuccio. You.
You recognize me?
Don't speak too loudly. Why did you come here?
You would like to speak to me alone, would you not?
Si, amico.
Very well. Keeper, I have a permit. We will go to a private room.
Then I'm not forgotten. You are sent to help me.
Out that way, prisoner. And your visitor, through here. You may go into that room.
Ah, there you are. So, we're alone. What a relief to get away from that mob. They'd have torn me limb from limb.
I judge you haven't been in this prison before, Benedetto?
No, the court of Saint Bernard is new to me. And that courtyard they call the Lion's Den is as foul and damp as a dungeon.
Only dangerous and desperate criminals are sent here.
It's no place for me. These are the thickest, highest walls I've ever seen. Jailers must have hearts of brass. What a prison this is.
We can talk comfortably here.
Why, a stove, table and chairs. It's luxury, Bertuccio. No need to abandon hope for all who enter here. I'm delighted to see you.
Well, what have you to tell me?
You come to see me. You must have something to say.
I see you are still a criminal.
Oh.
You continue to rob and murder.
So, you take me to a private room to tell me this, Bertuccio. I was glad to see you.
Do you think I've come here to praise you and give you sympathy?
Oh, come to the point. What do you want?
Now you are like your old self, the ill-tempered Benedetto who grew up under my roof.
Why all these useless words?
Who sent you here?
No one.
How did you know I was in prison?
I recognized you on the Champs-Élysées as you mounted your horse one day. So graceful and insolent.
Ah, the Champs-Élysées. Now we're getting somewhere. Good. Let's talk about my father.
I hope you don't refer to me.
You were my adopted father. I don't suppose it was you who placed 100,000 francs at my disposal.
As a reward for killing my sister, Assunta?
I didn't kill her.
Liar! You tortured her with your 2 ruffian friends to get her money after she had sacrificed for you all those years. You held her close to the fireplace and left her in flames, locked in that room.
You must be dreaming. I had nothing to do with it.
I have proven it. Never mind. You will be punished. Everyone in Roliano, everyone in all Corsica knows the story of Benedetto. Your life would not be safe in any part of Corsica.
I see there's no use trying to convince you. But since those days, I've reformed.
Ah.
You don't understand. I'm a victim of circumstance.
You're a fiend in human shape, spawn of the infernal.
How uncomplimentary you are, Bertuccio. I'm disappointed in you. I had hoped you'd made something of your opportunities. But I find you crude, vulgar.
Silence! If you don't want me to strangle you!
There. That's what I might have expected. For a moment, I thought it might have been you who manufactured the Major Cavalcanti for me and had me introduced into Paris society.
Scum!
I was prepared to thank you. But, speaking of the Champs-Élysées, a very rich nobleman lives there.
Whom you tried to rob and where you committed a murder.
Oh, now you speak of it, there was some disagreeable episode. May I inquire if Le Comte de Monte Cristo plans to release me from this place?
Do you think he's interested in such a pygmy as you?
This common pygmy? At least decide upon some name and stick to it.
Benedetto, you have fallen too low. Beyond all hope of aid or sympathy. Your days are numbered.
It's too bad I didn't cultivate the acquaintance of the Procureur Royal. He was at that party at Auteuil. I wasted my time with that stupid Baroness Dunglas.
And you would have married his daughter, you.
That's why you call me a pygmy, I suppose. Well, it was a narrow escape for me. What a wife. She's broken-hearted now, poor creature. Oh, dear. What a wife.
It's no time to laugh and sneer. I would ask you to repent, but it would be useless.
I've tried it, and it doesn't work, my dear Bertuccio. Heaven made me what I am. I can't change.
Blasphemer! Do not hold Providence responsible for what you are.
Someone is responsible. By the way, do you happen to know who my father is?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Well, if I've got to die, I'd like to know who he is. I should like to meet him just once.
You may have that opportunity.
I think I shall hate him.
Very probably. You have always tried to bite the hand that fed you.
And I have a special bite for the hand that did not feed me.
So, you would like to avenge yourself upon your true father, Benedetto?
I fancy I've done that already. You don't think he's proud of me, do you?
I think you are going to surprise him.
Oh, he doesn't know me then.
He doesn't know that Benedetto, the former galley slave, forger, and assassin, is his son.
This becomes intriguing. It'll be quite a drama when I meet him. You're surely going to let me meet him, Bertuccio.
It can be arranged, I think.
Will you bring him here?
No. You will be taken to him.
You mean I will be let out of this prison to meet my father?
Yes.
Has he any influence?
A great deal.
Then possibly it'll be just as well for me to be friendly.
It will not help you.
Don't be so sure of that. While there's life, there's hope. And as we say in Italy, hope is the poor man's bread.
Don't count on it.
Was your purpose in coming here to tell me the name of my father?
Yes.
Then you have some motive. You want to use me. Well, I decline to be used. I won't meet him.
Now you are your real self again. You would like to be paid for some supposed service.
You admit you have a motive. Perhaps you want to blackmail my father, whoever he is, by disgracing him. Well, it might serve him right for neglecting me.
Oh, what a cold-blooded scoundrel you are.
One has to be practical, especially with the guillotine hanging over one's head. Now, tell me why you want to introduce me to this parent of mine. And what about my mother?
Here comes the keeper. You are going to be taken before the examining magistrate. After all, I don't know why I should be interested.
Come, Bertuccio. Whom are you working for?
You will soon know.
Why do you come here to gloat over me? Well, you don't find me whining and begging for mercy, do you? You thought you'd see me pale and trembling, imploring you to help me.
That is nothing to me.
You always were a white-livered coward.
Stop!
How well I remember you on your smuggling trips, terrified of the revenue officers, sleeping in haymouths, spending week to do what other men would do in an hour.
Bring the prisoner, Benedetto.
You are wanted. Goodbye. When it is too late, remember, you might have known the name of your father.
Wait, Bertuccio. Forgive me. Don't go. Tell me my father's name.
On one condition.
Yes.
You
Yes,
will
I
not
swear.
reveal that name to any living soul until I give you permission.
I will do as you say.
Send that man out here.
Your father is the Procureur Royal Devillefort.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Cavalcante, alias Benedetto, after his arrest at the hotel in the town of Compiègne, is taken back to Paris for trial before the king's attorney. In prison, he is visited by Bertuccio, who had adopted him as a child and had given him the name Benedetto. Bertuccio tells him his father is de Villefort. The present scene is the private study of de Villefort, the king's attorney.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
What are you bringing me?
A cup of chocolat, Monsieur de Villefort.
Who has paid me this attention?
Madame de Villefort. She said you had been working all night, monsieur, on the Benedetto case that is coming up in court today. Madame thought you needed refreshment. Madame wished me to say that she is dressed and ready to go with you to the court.
So, she wants to go to the court. Tell your mistress I wish to speak to her. Then you may come and shave me.
Oui, monsieur. Madame is in the garden. You can see her from your window. Your son is with her.
Yes, I see them.
Edward! Edward! I've asked you not to throw stones into the flower bed. Come to me. Come here directly.
Edward!
Come, Edward. Mama has some bonbons for you. Now that's a darling.
Ask Madame de Villefort to come to my study.
Oui, monsieur.
Perhaps there is death in this cup. Would she dare to take another life? Oh, what does it matter? Jacques! Jacques!
Oui, monsieur de Villefort.
Your name is Jacques, is it not?
Oui, monsieur.
When were you engaged to work here?
Last Saturday morning, monsieur.
Who engaged you?
Antoine, your steward, monsieur de Villefort. I also talked with madame.
With my wife?
Oui, monsieur.
Did Antoine or Madame de Villefort say how long your employment might continue?
No, monsieur.
You are quite comfortable here, Jacques?
In every way, monsieur. I could not ask for a better place.
You have no complaints of any kind to make to me, then?
Pardon, monsieur. If you would keep little Edouard from annoying the servants while they're working, I'm sure...
What does Edouard do?
He plays tricks on all of us, monsieur. He goes into the kitchen with a stick and insists on putting it into the food while it is cooking. He put stones in the vegetables yesterday. Also, Monsieur Edouard takes things from the servants' quarters.
You will have no further trouble of this kind. Please tell the other servants.
Merci, Monsieur de Villefort. Merci beaucoup.
One thing more. I do not want Edouard to go into Monsieur Nautier's room, unless someone is with him.
Ah, monsieur, we try to keep him from disturbing your father, but we can do nothing with him.
I am planning to engage a governess who will be directly in charge of Edouard, and I'm confident there'll be an end to these petty annoyances.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Oh, my father has not been moved this morning, has he?
No, monsieur. He is in the next room. Allow me, monsieur.
Oh, you gave my message to Madame?
Oui, monsieur. She will be here presently.
Merci. You may go. How strangely peaceful you look, Father. You managed to bear the tragic death of Valentine better than I would have believed. Do not try to speak, Father. Remember, Dr. Davrini advised against making the effort. Has the priest been here this morning? The Abbé Busoni? He has. I see. He seems to give you comfort. Somehow you look almost happy this morning. Mon Dieu, I shall have to let this priest visit me also. Father, the day of retribution has come. This murderess, whom I have sheltered all these years unknowingly, is to know her fate within the hour. My wife must die. She is waiting for me in my study. Adieu, Father.
Why, Girard, how pale you look. Have you been working all night again? Why didn't you come down to breakfast? Well, will you take me to the court, or shall I go with Edouard?
Edouard, go and play in the drawing room.
Mama.
Do you hear me? Go! Oh, go, son. Father will call you in a few minutes.
Mon Dieu. Why, what is the matter, Gérard?
Eloise, where do you keep that poison?
Oh, why, Gérard, I don't understand you.
I asked you where you conceal the poison with which you have killed Monsieur and Madame de Saint-Méran, Barrois, and Valentine.
Why, Gérard, what do you mean?
Answer me! Then it is true. You do not deny it. And you cannot deny it.
I can. I will.
Your crimes can no longer be hidden.
You don't know what you're saying.
Since the death of Madame de Saint-Méran, I have known that a poisoner lived in my house.
And you think it is
Davrini warned me of it. After the death of Barrois, I almost suspected Valentine. Since the death of Valentine, there has been no doubt in my mind, Madame, nor in the minds of others who the murderer is.
You mustn't say
so
that...
now your crimes, known by 3 or 4 persons, suspected by many, will soon become known throughout France.
Oh, Gérard, my husband, I beseech you.
You no longer speak to a husband, but to a judge.
Oh, do you not believe in appearances? Oh, surely you cannot
What
believe...
a coward you are.
Oh, no.
I have always noticed that poisoners are cowards.
Oh, no.
You had the courage to witness the death of 3 old people and a young girl. But when the hand of fate points toward you, you tremble and cry for mercy.
Oh, Gérard,
you could calmly count minute by minute the death struggles of 4 persons, but you are a contemptible coward.
Oh, please, Gérard, please.
You calculated everything so nicely, but you forgot one thing, that the exposure of your crimes would lead you to the guillotine. Surely, you must have saved a still more deadly poison for this emergency. Something more subtle and less painful.
Oh, I cannot endure this.
Of course. You must have reasoned that there was one way to escape your punishment.
Oh, no.
Go, stand up. Don't grovel.
Oh, Gérard, I'll tell you everything. I promise you I'll
So, you would confess. But I warn you that a confession extorted when the crimes can no longer be denied will not lessen the punishment.
Punishment? Oh, mon Dieu, twice you have pronounced that word.
And you are 4 times guilty.
Oh, no.
Did you hope to escape because you were the wife of the first magistrate of Paris?
Oh, Gérard.
No, madame, no. The scaffold awaits the poisoner, whoever she may be.
Oh, no.
Unless, as I said, the poisoner has taken the precaution of keeping for herself a few drops of her deadliest poison.
Oh, you torture me. You torture me.
You need not fear the scaffold, you see, madame. I will not dishonor myself.
Is there nothing I can do?
Only one thing. If you have not heard me distinctly, I will repeat
it. No.
You will understand that you are not to die on the scaffold.
No, I do not understand. I cannot hear you.
You are not to die on the scaffold.
What do you mean?
I mean that the wife of the first magistrate of the capital shall not soil an unblemished name. She shall not dishonor her husband and her child.
Oh, no.
Madame, it will be a laudable action on your part, and I shall thank you.
Thank me? For what?
For what you have just said.
What did I say? Oh, I can no longer understand anything. Oh, mon Dieu. What are you saying to me? What are you saying
You have not answered the question I put to you when I entered the room. Where do you keep the poison, madame?
Oh, you cannot wish that. You cannot!
What I do not wish is that you perish on the scaffold, the reward of criminals less guilty than you. Now do you understand?
Oh, Gérard, have mercy.
I demand that justice be done.
Oh, forgive me.
My work is to punish.
Oh, Gérard.
That is the task to which I am consecrated by my oath of service to the people of France. Any other woman, if it were the Queen herself, I would send to the executioner.
The executioner?
But to you, I shall be merciful.
Oh, merciful. Oh,
to
yes.
you, I say, have you not put aside some of your surest, deadliest poison?
Oh, let me live.
What a coward she is.
Oh, remember, I am your wife.
You are a poisoner.
In the name of heaven.
No.
In the name of our love.
No.
For the sake of our child. For the sake of Edouard, let me live.
No. He is better without you.
Oh, no.
If I allow you to live, you may kill him as you kill the others.
I kill my boy?
Your kneeling at my feet will not help you. Now listen to me. Listen. If on my return from court, justice has not been satisfied, I will denounce you myself and arrest you with my own hands. Do you understand me? I am going down there to pronounce a sentence against the murderer Benedetto. If I find you alive on my return, you too shall sleep tonight in prison.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Identified in court as the father of the criminal Benedetto, otherwise known as Cavalcante, the magistrate de Villefort rushes home to prevent his wife from poisoning herself, the punishment he demanded for her crimes. He is too late, however, and discovers his son Edouard to be another victim of the fatal drug. De Villefort fancies he hears the police coming and is about to escape from the house.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
It is the gendarme. They want to arrest me.
There is no need to hurry now, monsieur.
Huh? Oh, the Abbé Busoni. What do you want?
To bring light into the darkness, to bring peace to troubled hearts.
I cannot talk to you now.
The police have not yet come.
What? What do you know of this?
Surely, Monsieur le Procureur Royal does not fear arrest.
What do you mean?
Monsieur de Villefort, you should not be so distressed, but happy.
I? Happy? Oh, go. Go to Monsieur Notier. Leave me.
You who have just found your son, so long believed to be dead.
So you know what happened at the court. Already the news is spreading. And you would laugh? You, a priest, would laugh when all is death and ruin about me?
No, monsieur. But perhaps Providence smiles at this happy reunion of father and son.
Benedetto, the assassin,
steps out of his grave in the garden of Auteuil to thank you.
Ah, you are a friend of Monte Cristo. He has confessed to you, the priest. Tell me, Monsieur l'Abbé, is it the Comte de Monte Cristo who has brought all this grief upon me?
Why should you think so?
He said a skeleton was found buried in the garden, but he knew differently. Now all the world knows, and I am lost.
It is the will of heaven.
No, it is vengeance. My home has become a charnel house, and I, who have devoted my life to the punishment of crime, must now bow my head to the sword of justice.
But think of the years you have so proudly sat in the seat of justice, exercising your power over the lives of others.
Oh.
When you yourself might have been a fugitive.
What do you mean?
If the Girondin Notier had been caught, his son would no longer have remained the deputy procureur at Marseille.
How do you know this? Something that I have never breathed to anyone.
To save your father, you burned a letter one day in your office at Marseille.
You know that?
That alone might have been called a praiseworthy act. But you did it to save yourself, and not your Bonaparte's father, who now sits helpless in that room yonder.
Nom de Dieu.
But the worst of it was that you made the young man who was carrying the letter to Paris swear never to reveal the name of the one to whom it was addressed, Monsieur Notier.
Yes.
Then, to make yourself doubly secure, you sentenced this innocent youth to prison in the Chateau Dieux.
I am surrounded by enemies.
On the very eve of his wedding, you sent him to a dungeon for 14 years.
Mon Dieu, it is to be my turn now.
The girl he was to marry implored you to save him, but you were as immovable as stone.
Oh.
The employer of the young man again and again begged you to trace this prisoner, but you made false promises.
Oh.
You said the prisoner had been transferred, lost.
I am already more than punished, Father Abbé.
So, that you might enjoy power, you sentence a fellow creature to worse than death.
Father Abbé.
Monsieur Morel brought a petition to you asking for the release of the prisoner, Edmond Dantès.
Edmond Dantès. That was the name.
The petition was addressed to Napoleon himself. But if Monsieur de Villefort, whose position was no longer secure, had forwarded that paper, he might have been required to answer questions about the imprisonment of Edmond Dantès.
Who has told you these things?
Wait! You went so far as to have the petition filed away in the office of Monsieur de Beauville, and on this paper you yourself wrote these words: to be kept in solitary confinement and strictly guarded.
But Dantès escaped. He took the place of a dead prisoner, an abbé like yourself.
So you know that much.
Every newspaper in France told the story. Dantès sewed himself inside a sack, but his calculations were wrong. He could not foresee that he was to be thrown from the parapet of the chateau into the sea. Poor fellow, he perished miserably.
So, Monsieur le Magistrat feels the emotion of pity. At last the judge's heart softens when he himself needs pity.
Do you come here to triumph over my misery?
No.
You who profess to bring peace to those who are troubled? Who are you with such intimate knowledge of my past life?
I have traveled the bypaths of many a life. I have looked into the transparent waters formed of the tears of penitent souls.
Who is the Count de Monte Cristo?
Monsieur de Villefort has forgotten that he once called upon me to learn this fact.
You said he was the son of a shipbuilder of Malta by the name of Zaccone. But I know you have not told me all. There is some strange mystery about Monte Cristo. You have learned about me from him. You cannot deny it. He is the one who has unveiled my past life. It is he who is responsible for all this misery.
It is you who are responsible.
You would blame me for the death of Monsieur and Madame de Saint-Méran and my daughter Valentine? Priest or no priest, I shall not allow such a charge.
When Madame la Marquise died, you knew she was poisoned.
That is a lie.
It is true. You and Dr. d'Avrigny there in the garden agreed to keep it secret.
Mon Dieu. You know that, too. How do you learn all these things? Oh, my head is spinning.
Then, instead of doing your duty as the king's attorney, you tried to shield your position and your reputation.
Stop! My ears are ringing with accusations.
Instead of shielding your daughter from the hand of the poisoner, you were content to shield your position as Procureur Royal.
Oh.
With the same motives which sent an innocent youth to a dungeon, you expose your own daughter to death.
She is avenged. She is well avenged now.
But I have not come to you in this deserted house to tell you of your crimes, but to tell you that you have paid your debt and...
From this moment, I pray God to forgive you as I do.
Ah! Why, that is not the voice of Busoni.
I will take off this false tonsure. Perhaps you will recognize me now.
Monte Cristo! You! You
are still not exactly right, Monsieur Procureur Royal. You must search back further.
Yes. I have heard your voice.
You heard it 23 years ago in Marseille, on the day of your marriage to Mademoiselle de Saint-Méran. Refer to your papers.
You are not Busoni. You are not Monte Cristo. You are some implacable enemy, concealed for years, who has planned revenge upon me.
Then, monsieur, search your conscience.
Oh, I must have wronged you in some way at Marseille. Oh, my head. I can no longer think. Tell me.
The young man they threw in the sack from the battlements of the Chateau Dieux into the sea did not die. He lived. He stands before you now.
Edmond Dante. It is you. Yes, I know you. Yes. What do you want? What am I to do?
You condemned me to a horrible, slow death. You caused the death of my father from hunger. You took from me liberty, love, happiness.
Then come with me. I give you this. Look. See? You are well avenged, Edmond Dante.
Your wife. Oh, mon Dieu. And the child. Oh, heaven forgive me. My weapons have struck the innocent with the guilty. I am too late to save this child. Poisoned by the mother who plotted and murdered to make him rich. De Villefort! Monsieur de Villefort! Monsieur de Villefort! Where did he go? I thought I heard him here in the garden. Oh, mon Dieu! He is digging. Digging with a spade.
It's not here. Someone has been here in the night. They've taken away the box. Oh, go away. Let me alone. I've got to find the box. I buried it here. Here in the garden.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Devillefort is about to escape from his house when he meets the Abbé Busoni. The supposed priest reminds him of his crimes and shows an amazing knowledge of the imprisonment of Edmond Dantès. He then reveals his identities as Monte Cristo and Edmond Dantès himself. Devillefort, crazed by grief and dishonor, rushes from the house. The present scene is the garden of Julie and Manuel Erbow.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Why are you sweeping those leaves, Fenelon? The wind blows them right back again. Pest, what a gardener you are.
Faucler, my good fellow, if I were not a better gardener than you are concierge, I would give up work. So I would.
You were a good sailor, Fenelon. You should have stayed aboard the merchantman. Sweeping decks was easy. You could sweep the dirt right into the ocean.
Bah!
Here, you have to sweep the same place 2 or 3 times. And still, it's dirty.
Oh, go back to your gate, where you can count the people who pass on the street. You should have remained a cashier and not have tried to be a concierge.
Look out. You're losing some of those leaves. Try spraying them with tobacco juice.
Coakley, you sit there like a stuffed bird and do nothing but croak.
Stuffed birds don't croak, Penelon.
Monsieur Maximilian is coming back to say goodbye to Julie, and there will be no one at the gate to meet him.
Then go yourself and sweep the sidewalk. Mordieu, stuffed bird, am I? When I was cashier for Morel and Son, you were glad enough to come to me for your pay. Yes, and Quartermaster Penelon was always one of the first to reach the cashier.
I took no chances. Any month you might have been missing with the payroll. Huh. I wonder Monsieur Erbow let you be his concierge.
The Navy missed a good powder monkey when you took up gardening. Bah! It's too bad you never understood navigation, Penelon. You were a promising youth.
There was not a sailor on the Mediterranean who knew more about sailing a ship than I.
Then why didn't you keep your own ship from sinking?
No man alive could have saved the Pharaon. There is no finer mariner on the seven seas than Captain Gomard.
Penelon, I'm going to ask one favor.
What?
Don't tell me again how the Pharaon was scuttled.
Scuttled? What do you mean? I was the last man that left the deck. I no sooner reached the longboat than the deck burst with an explosion like the broadside of a man of war.
You told everyone the ship was wrecked in a gale.
Oh, heaven give me patience. It was the worst gale that ever blew off Cape Bougador. We were sailing under bare poles. Not an inch of canvas.
And as the Englishman said, the Pharaon was too old to risk that.
And the Englishman was right, Coakley. We tossed about 12 hours. Then Captain Gomard rushes up to me. Penelon, I think we are sinking. Give me the helm.
So you went down into the hold.
There I found 4 feet of water.
3 feet.
It was 4 feet of water.
You've added another foot.
Wasn't I there?
All alone down there in the water.
All hands to the pumps, I shouted. But the more we pumped, the more the water came in.
You didn't know how to pump.
4 hours we worked those pumps, but the ship began to settle. We're sinking, someone shouted. Some of the men began to go up on deck. The captain appears with a brace of pistols.
How much water was in the hold by that time?
I will blow out the brains of the first man who leaves the pumps, he shouted.
Splendid.
The wind had died down, but the water was rising in the hold at the rate of 2 inches in an hour.
3 inches, wasn't it?
In 12 hours, we would have 2 feet.
Depending upon how many men stayed at the pumps, Penelon. You haven't calculated the ratio between the water drawn up through the pumps and...
Who's telling this story?
Well, I think you might let me tell it for a change.
Oh, go ahead and tell it then.
Monsieur Penelon, please. Don't leave the Pharaon high and dry. Give her a decent burial and see if for once and for all she won't stay buried.
Oh, there is no lower form of animal life than a concierge.
Let me see. Yes. To the boats, my lads, shouted the captain. Now, a sailor may be attached to his ship, but...
Hold your tongue.
But he is still more attached to life. So we did not wait to be told twice. We flung ourselves into the longboat.
Idiot.
Where is our captain? Cried one of us. All of us took up the cry. Oh, where is our captain? Then one of us, less nearsighted than the rest, shouted, There he is, still on deck.
No decent man would make a mockery of Captain Gomard. A braver man never lived.
Save yourselves, me lads, cried the captain. This will not do, I whispered to my comrades, and suddenly, seizing my superior officer, I dragged him into the boat beside us. Bah! A feat made possible only by the settling of the ship, so that the gunwales were right at the water's edge. Whew!
Concierge.
The ship exploded. Let me see. Then it nosed down, spun slowly about, and sank from sight forever. For 3 days we were without food or drink. We were on the point of casting lots to see who should be a caviar or a cadaver, according to taste, when, boom, we heard a man of war approaching.
La Gironde was not a man of war.
She had seen our signs of distress, our pinched faces, and the fitful tossing of dice.
You think you know so much about the old Pharaon. I'll tell you, Monsieur Concierge, that there are things you don't know.
Impossible, impossible. There is nothing that you know which you have not dinned into my ears ever since I came here to work for Monsieur Erbow.
How did the new Pharaon come to be built? Ah, you don't know. No more did Monsieur Morel himself know.
You're pretending, Penelon.
Ah, Penelon knows.
You are trying to tell me that you know this secret that no one has ever learned? That Mademoiselle Julie and Monsieur Manuel have never discovered in all these years?
My good Coquelet, you may have been a hard-working, faithful cashier for 25 years, but you really know little about the affairs of Morel and Son.
No one knew them better than I, not even Monsieur Morel himself.
Then you remember the 5th of September, 1829?
Who could forget it? That was the day the house of Morel was saved, and word came to us that a new ship, exactly like the sunken Pharaon, was coming into the harbor under full sail.
I was on deck. You were on the dock. You got there late, I think.
I was one of the first to reach the dock.
Then perhaps you saw a man in a black beard hiding behind the sentry box.
A man in a black beard?
Yes.
Well, how was I to notice a stranger in all that crowd?
Penelon saw.
How could you? You were rushing about attending to the unloading of the cargo. It was a cargo of cochineal and indigo. Well, I remembered it, for the ship was loaded just as the old Pharaon was, the day she was scuttled. Sank, I mean.
There was a man behind the sentry box. The man who ordered the new Pharaon to be built and who paid for it.
Who was he?
I can't tell you who he was, but I can tell you how I know.
How?
Because I, old Penelon, quartermaster of the Pharaon, superintended the building of the new vessel.
What?
I saw every piece of timber that went into her.
Mon Dieu! You kept your secret well. So this mysterious benefactor of the Morel family took you into confidence.
As a brother.
Didn't Capitaine Gomard know the ship was building?
Not until it was finished.
Did you ever see this unknown man again?
I did.
When? Where?
At Trieste, 4 years ago.
Vraiment?
You are interested, n'est-ce pas, monsieur?
Did he speak to you?
He was getting aboard a yacht. He had no time.
Did you take down the name of the yacht?
I may not be as quick at names and figures as you, Monsieur Coquelet, but I have a good memory. The yacht was named La Mouette.
And you have never told Mademoiselle Julie about this man?
Madame Erbow suspected that I had some private dealings with him at Marseille and questioned me about it.
You told her about seeing this man in Trieste?
I went so far as to tell her it was the same man who had called on her father June 5th, 1829.
What?
Well, what is so funny about it?
You mean the Englishman?
You must know. Yes, but mind you keep it confidential.
The agent of Thompson and French?
Yes, but you must not breathe a word to anyone.
And was he the man with the black beard? The one who built the Pharaon?
I don't see what is so funny.
Why, everyone knows who your mysterious Englishman is.
You know?
He was not an Englishman at all.
How do you know?
Penelon, look over at that window.
Huh? What do you mean?
Do you see the back of a man?
Why, that is Monsieur le Comte de Monte Cristo.
He was your Englishman.
Mon Dieu.
Your leaves are all blowing away, Penelon.
Let them blow.
of Monte Cristo.
Monte Cristo visits Mercedes in the garden of the old house where his father once lived. She reveals her love, but realizes how time and hardship have intervened. They say goodbye in the belief they will meet again. The present scene opens at the gate of the Chateau Dieux, where Monte Cristo was a prisoner for 14 years.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Visitors are permitted here, then?
Oui, monsieur. There have been no prisoners confined here in the Chateau Dieux since the Revolution of July.
Who remains in charge?
It is used as a headquarters for the Revenue Patrol. I am the concierge.
I have often heard of the Chateau Dieux. What a grim, gigantic structure it is.
Would you like to be shown about, monsieur?
If you will be so kind.
We have many visitors, monsieur. You see, there are interesting legends connected with the Chateau Dieux.
It is of historical fame, I understand.
Oui, monsieur. For 300 years, there has been many a scene of terror inside these gray old walls.
I suppose all the old jailers are gone?
They have all been pensioned. I have been here since 1830.
8 years. Are there any stories about this prison that you know of, except the one about the poisoning of Mirabeau?
Oui, monsieur. There was a strange story told me by the jailer Antoine.
Antoine?
Did you know of him?
A coincidence. The name brings back an old recollection.
The story is about one of the dungeons down below. Would you like to see it, monsieur?
If you please.
We go down here. I'll take this torch. This dungeon that I am going to show you was occupied by a very dangerous political prisoner.
Really?
He was especially dangerous because he was skillful and industrious.
An industrious prisoner?
In another dungeon was a prisoner who was less wicked, a poor, mad priest.
I see.
He thought himself very rich. He offered millions to anyone who would set him free.
Well, these prisoners knew each other then.
Oh, it was expressly forbidden to have any communication. But they managed to make a passage 50 feet long from one dungeon to the other.
I have never heard of such a thing.
It is true, monsieur.
Which of the prisoners made the tunnel?
It must have been the young one. He was strong. The abbé was weak, and his mind was too feeble to allow him to carry out such a scheme.
Blind fools.
Here is the dungeon. It is no longer locked, you see. Walk right in, monsieur. Here, look over on the wall.
What is it?
That spot marks the passage where it came in. I'll hold the torch close to the wall. There, now you can see it. Look closely, monsieur. It's a trifle difficult at first for some people.
Yes.
This tunnel leads 50 feet to the other dungeon.
So you said.
I've been through it myself, monsieur. There's one place where it is very narrow.
But it is sealed up, I see.
Oh, it is open in the other dungeon. Some of the visitors, like yourself, often go a short distance through the passage.
Quite an adventure for a visitor.
Nobody knows how many years it took to make that tunnel, or how long the two prisoners communicated.
Of course.
But one day the priest fell ill and died. Now guess what the young one did.
I could never imagine.
He carried away the corpse and put it on his own bed with its face to the wall.
Tiens.
Then he entered the empty dungeon, closed the entrance to the passage with a stone, and got into the burial sack which had contained the body.
You amaze me.
He sewed himself inside.
It's almost incredible.
The young man evidently thought that prisoners who died in the Chateau Dieux were buried, and not very deeply.
But what happened?
No doubt he expected to raise the earth with his shoulders, you see. But unfortunately for him, the custom was to throw the dead from the battlements into the sea, with a cannonball tied to the feet.
A terrible miscalculation.
And that was what was done.
Frightful.
The young man was thrown from the top of the tower, and his body was found on the shore the next day. Then the whole truth became known.
This passage was discovered.
Oui, monsieur. Poor fellow.
You pity him?
Ma foi, oui. Though he was in his own element.
What do you mean?
The report was that he had been a naval officer and had plotted with the Bonapartists.
Thus the poor sailor lives in the memory of his captors. No doubt his sad story is recited in many a chimney corner. Was his name ever known?
Number 34. That is all. Did you wish to see anything more, monsieur?
I should like to see the room of the poor abbé.
Oh, it is number 27. Step right this way, monsieur. Oh, wait. The other dungeon is locked. I must get the key. I will leave you the torch.
No, take it with you. I can see in the dark.
Why, you are like number 34. It is said he became so accustomed to the darkness that he could see a pin in the farthest corner.
It took many years. There is the stone where I used to sit, and the impression on the wall made by my shoulders. There is the bloodstain where I dashed my head against the stones. And those figures, I calculated father's age and that of Mercedes. I had a moment's hope just as I had finished that calculation. Those white letters, I can still read them. Oh, God, preserve my memory. I no longer begged for liberty. I dreaded to lose my memory.
Monsieur.
You have the key?
Oui, monsieur. You didn't mind being left alone in so dismal a place and without a light?
I wanted to imagine how it seemed to be confined in a dungeon.
Oh, you are brave, monsieur. Not many visitors would remain alone down here in the dark. Ah, but you can see in the dark. How does it happen that you have this rare faculty, monsieur?
You have never lived in the Arctic regions, I suppose.
Like most Frenchmen, I have never been out of France.
Up in the polar countries, the nights last for 6 months.
Mon Dieu, one has to learn to see in the dark in order to live there.
Precisely.
Here is number 27. The old abbé drew a meridian on the wall. That's how he kept track of the time. This dungeon was like a museum. The prisoner had managed to make a full set of tools.
Well, how was that possible?
There was a chisel fashioned out of the clamp of his bedstead. Also a pair of pincers. A level, and what else I do not remember.
Really phenomenal.
He evidently furnished himself with a pen and some ink.
Surely someone from the outside supplied him.
No, monsieur. The abbé made them himself. The pen was a fishbone. It is also said that he had matches.
I cannot believe it.
The theory is that he pretended to have some affliction of the skin and was given sulfur to treat it.
But what about a lamp? Matches alone would not do.
The story is that he melted the fat from the meat that was brought to him and used it for oil. There were some pieces of flint and burned linen found. So Antoine told me. He was the jailer who had charge of the abbé.
And they called him mad.
And now look at the floor. Do you see those faint marks?
They are designs.
The entire floor was covered with designs, but they have been worn away by the feet of visitors.
What do you suppose the designs were for?
No one has ever been able to understand. Evidently, the abbé had been a scholar, but these marks were meaningless.
You think so?
Here is the entrance to the passage. From the appearance of the stone, a scientist declared the prisoners must have visited each other for 10 years.
Tiens.
Poor things. What a weary time.
Take this, my friend.
Merci, monsieur. But you have made a mistake. You have given me gold.
I know it.
Oh, monsieur, I cannot understand your generosity.
I have been a sailor. Your story touched me.
Then, since you are so liberal, monsieur, I ought to offer you a souvenir. I did a little looking about here on my own account. I discovered a hollow sound by the head of the bed and under the hearth.
Yes?
I raised the stones and found...
A rope ladder and more tools.
Why, how do you know that?
I guessed it. Such things are generally found in these hiding places, I am told.
That is exactly what I found. A rope ladder and tools.
Do you still have them?
No, I sold them to visitors. They consider them great curiosities. But I have something left.
What is it?
A sort of book written upon strips of cloth.
Let me see it.
It is behind the bedpost. Will you help me with this stone, monsieur?
This is quite heavy, I suppose.
Yes, it sticks now and then. There now. If you'll hold that corner steady, monsieur, while I... You see? What a hiding place it is. Here is the book.
Merci.
I don't suppose it has any value, but it certainly is a curiosity.
Oh, Abbé Faria, who gave me liberty and riches and knowledge, grant me some sign, some revelation.
Open it, monsieur.
It is his great work on the kingdoms of Italy. Here is the epigraph he wrote. Thou shalt tear out the dragon's teeth, and shalt trample the lions underfoot, saith the Lord. Here is my answer.
Monsieur.
Take this.
Your pocketbook? Why, no, monsieur.
Take it. It is yours. Faria, you have removed all doubt, all remorse. You give me new life, again, as you did so long ago.
Oh, monsieur, I cannot take this sum. Why, here are 10,000 francs. Wait, monsieur. No, you cannot find your way out. Monsieur, wait for me. Oh, heaven bless you. Oh, mon Dieu. Monsieur.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Monte Cristo visits the dungeon of the Chateau Dieux, where he was imprisoned for 14 years. The chateau is no longer a prison. Concierge shows Monte Cristo the dungeon of the Abbé Faria and is amazed at receiving 10,000 francs for the old history written by the supposedly mad priest. Present scene is the deck of Monte Cristo's yacht at night.
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Has Maximilian come on board, A.D.?
Not yet, Excellency.
I wonder what has detained him so long.
I thought he was with you, monsieur.
He left me to go to the cemetery to visit the grave of his father. He was to join me here, but he did not arrive for supper, and now it is nearly 9 o'clock.
Do you think something has happened to him?
It is hard to know what to think. Maximilian is a man of his word. I've never known him to break a promise.
I am sure he must be safe, Excellency. Perhaps Monsieur Maximilian has met some of his old friends in Marseille and is detained.
Possibly. He was hardly in the mood for celebrating old times.
Come, let us sit here on deck and enjoy this beautiful evening. How clear the sky is. And there is scarcely a ripple of water.
I thought you were reading to Monsieur Nautier.
He fell asleep. Can you guess one of my dearest wishes, Excellency?
To go back to Paris?
No.
I am sure I cannot guess, A.D.
I wish that Monsieur Nautier will talk again. Oh, how much he could say to us. There is so much meaning in his eyes.
I shall have the best physicians in Rome examine him again, but I fear nothing can be done for him. He is hopelessly paralyzed.
Sometimes in the morning, he seems to be able to say a few words.
I have noticed that.
When I entered his cabin this morning, he was in a reverie, half waking, and did not know I was there. He said something very strange, Excellency.
What was it, A.D.?
He said, more distinctly than I have ever heard him speak, I shall see her soon.
Whom did he refer to?
I asked him whom he meant, if he meant Mademoiselle Valentine, and his eyes said, yes.
Old men and women have clear vision. They become clairvoyant when they have led active lives, as Monsieur Nautier has.
Oh, Monsieur le Comte, then Monsieur Nautier believes he is soon to die?
No.
No? Then why should he expect to see his granddaughter very soon?
Did you ask him that?
I tried to comfort him, thinking that he believed he would die. I asked him questions, but he would not answer with his eyes as he always does.
Then what do you make of it, A.D.?
It seems to me Monsieur Nautier has a secret. Perhaps he knows he will die and will not tell us. But he seems happy, as though some great event were to happen.
Well, let him enjoy his hopes in his own way.
Oh, I have just remembered something. Did Monsieur Maximilian know that they bought... Oh, what do you say? Moor? I always remember the word moor. I think of an Arab. Does he know the boat is moored in a new place?
Possibly Bertuccio forgot to tell him we would leave the other anchorage. That might explain his lateness.
Oh, I love it here. That is a lighthouse, is it not, monsieur?
Yes, A.D. It is on the Ile Ratonneau.
How dark the shore is there.
It is the Point de Catalan.
Only one house has a light burning.
I wonder who lives there now. Someone who waits for the return of a sailor far at sea.
You are sad tonight, Excellency. Should you not be happy?
Why, happy? Of course I'm happy, A.D.
If I did not know you very well, monsieur, I should say you are in love.
To be back here in the harbor of Marseille brings back many memories.
Perhaps you loved someone here when you were a young man.
Long ago, I loved a girl who lived there, where you see that light burning.
What became of her?
She married.
I think she must have been a very foolish girl to marry someone else. But she did not love you?
I was gone from Marseille for a long time. She thought me dead.
Could you not let her know you were alive?
I tried. Messages are not always received, whether they are transmitted through the ether or by letter.
Pardon, monsieur. You have mourned very much because of this?
It was many years ago. You, the daughter of Ali Pasha, know what it means to carry in your heart a wound that never quite heals.
Forgive me for speaking of it, Excellency. I always want to know what troubles you. For you are my second father, my brother, all I have.
Dear child.
I thought I would never again see you. That day Le Général de Morcerf came to the house in his uniform. You fought with him in the drawing room. But I prayed for you.
Ali Pasha is avenged at last.
You risked your life for me.
Oh, there were other reasons why Fernand de Morcerf deserved to die.
There is something very terrible about you, Excellency.
Lady.
At times, you are like some terrible messenger sent by fate to punish those who have done wrong.
Rather to help those who need me.
That should come first. Is it not true? To help rather than to destroy.
It depends upon circumstances. Often the seed cannot be planted unless the soil is renewed. The sun does not shine until the freshening winds drive away the low-hanging clouds.
One day you said to me that you had more to do with the Lecomte de Morcerf's disgrace than I knew. Did you know him long ago?
It was he who married the girl I loved.
Excellency. So, you sought revenge?
Oh, he won her by lies and treachery, A.D. If it had been otherwise, if I had not suffered greatly because of him, I should not have followed him.
I begin to understand. You saw in me a means to punish him. You did not act because of me alone.
No, A.D.
Oh. And now that your work is done, you no longer need me.
A.D., you are my ward. From me you are to inherit a vast fortune. You have youth and beauty. The world lies before you. It is not for me to keep you in a cloister apart from society, from friends, from the future that is rightfully yours.
Oh, it is as I feared.
You are no longer a slave. You are a princess by birth. I cannot ask you to share my loneliness.
You are going to leave me?
You must be happy, A.D. Forget the name of Monte Cristo.
This is your command, Excellency?
Only my prediction.
Oh, but can you not see what this would mean to me?
My daughter, my dear A.D., I see more clearly than you. Listen. Maximilian has come.
Good night, Excellency.
Good night, dear child.
Is that you, Monsieur Lecomte?
Oui, Maximilian.
I've been searching for you for hours.
Is it possible Bertuccio forgot to tell you where we would be?
Mon Dieu. Now you speak of it, he did tell me the boat would change its moorings. I've been rowing about the harbor for 3 hours.
Then you have not dined.
I had an early supper in the Rue Saint-Laurent, a little restaurant, I remember.
Maximilian, you asked me to remain a few days at Marseille. Do you still wish to do so?
I imagined I might pass the time less painfully here than elsewhere.
Then you have not found comfort from my assurances?
Monsieur Lecomte, you told me to hope. I've tried. But the image of Valentine is always before me.
I have told you you will be happy.
Oh, I'm grateful, monsieur. But my life is empty.
You will not fail me, Maximilian?
I will keep my promise, even if you fail.
You have so little faith in Le Comte de Monte Cristo.
I must believe the evidences of my senses. Valentine lies dead in a tomb in the cemetery of Père Lachaise.
Maximilian, once I was buried deep down in the earth in a tomb more formidable than that of Valentine. The world believed me dead. For all earthly purposes, I was dead.
It was different.
No one knowing the conditions of my imprisonment, knowing me to be still alive, would ever have hoped to see me free. Who would have dreamed that Edmond Dantès would today have the blessings of freedom, health, riches?
In your case, while there was life, there was hope.
The same is true in your case. I foresee happiness for you, equal to all you have lost.
No, but, monsieur, that is impossible.
Tomorrow I am going to Italy on some business. I shall leave you alone with your thoughts. You remember where we are to meet?
On the island of Monte Cristo, October 5th.
I know you will not fail, Maximilian. Then we meet October 5th on the island of Monte Cristo.